10 minutes.
Rogar rubbed off.
You got
Alrighty folks, I am Will from Bases of Operations Painting Studio, and you can find me on twitch.tv/Bases of Operations, where I am a miniature painter and I enjoy all things tabletop. You can also find me around the internet on various other social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just search for Bases of Operations and you should be able to find me. In this campaign I play Rogar, the Red Dragonborn fighter, who is a particularly moral character. He likes to see law and order in effect, and he likes to hold himself up to a high standard of behaviour. Because he comes from a family of well-known blacksmiths, who is a reputable family, not particularly famous, but certainly they have good standing, and doesn't want to do anything to worry or put that into any trepidation. And so he joined this campaign because he was given a message by his friend and mentor Antar Froome to investigate some dragon activity, and of course dragons and evil stuff rubs Rogar up the wrong way. And so I hope you guys at home enjoy this show, enjoy everything that the Meeple Palace has to offer, which is just a general group of people who just love making everything nerdy, fun, and bumping everybody up and helping everybody else along the way. So make sure you get involved with us, come and join us, and we'll roll on to glory.
Hey everybody, it's me, your old buddy Nate from Miniacs Miniatures. I'm a sculptor and painter of tabletop miniatures for role-playing games, and I also love playing D&D and other role-playing games. You can keep up with me on Instagram and Twitch at Miniacs Miniatures. In this campaign, I'm playing a human bard named Weird Hal. He's a chaotic neutral character, and he really is a wild card. He's naive and somewhat socially inexperienced, and as a result, he is quick to mistrust, but also becomes infatuated with girls really easily. His biggest ambition is to create the greatest musical instrument in history. And I just want to thank everybody who's watching and who has joined the Meeple Palace community. I love to see this community grow. I've been here since we formed this community, and I'm really having a lot of fun with it. I love seeing the Meeple Palace community grow and get more players, more games, more content going all the time. So if you're interested in playing games with us or starting your own game, not just role-playing, but any kind of board games online, tabletop games, and other types of games, please join up with the Meeple Palace. You can join us at the Meeple Palace on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and all the other social medias that I can think of, honestly. So yeah, join in the fun. Roll on to glory.
It's Kevin. Hello, my name's Kevin, also known as Kellum. I am not a streamer, however, I do enjoy hanging out with the talented people that play this D&D game with us. I am playing a character by the name of Pedrick Strombrig. He is a cleric. He is also a war cleric, which he has specialized in. He has spent most of his time, his young adulthood, being trained to fight wars and keep people alive, and tactics. And if A happens, you do B, and if C happens, you do D. But he's quickly learning that battles don't always turn out A and B and C and D, so he's trying to learn to adapt to these situations, and his main goal is just to keep his compadres that are with him up and moving and fighting and keeping on task. Pedrick came into the group because of a call went out from the city that was under siege to his local group that for help, and his leader of this of the training area asked him to seek out a group that was already engaged in trying to find out what was going on with the enemy and such and so forth. So he set out to find this group, and luckily just kind of happened upon them. and ever since then we've just been going for it. Love this group, love hanging out with these people.
Hi everyone, my name is Point1985. I'm a variety caster. Not been streaming too much lately, but I'm planning on getting back into it. I'll be playing Tech Greenmore for you today, or these coming weeks. I'm a halfling rogue. I was born with the halflings, obviously, but then stolen away as a kid by a goblin woman named Wriggler. She lost her own son and she needed a new one, I guess. He's been living with her for 15 years underground, never been topside. That's when the dwarves came. They killed every goblin they saw and saved Tak. He lived with the dwarves for a couple of years, then set out to find his family. He didn't find his family. He actually had to steal to get money and food. And then Finlos, this old rogue, caught him stealing an amulet. Instead of turning him in, he trained him to be a proper rogue and be a bit more righteous in his ways. After Finlos died, he was an old man. He just died. He set out to find his family again, but Finlos told him to check out this cave. One last thing he wanted, so he did it. That's where he found the party. That's where I am right now. I hope you'll enjoy my character and how I play it. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Tonya, or Missy T TV. I'm a Twitch variety streamer, and as the name suggests, I do different things like video games and knitting and miniature painting and writing and all that jazz. It's just really fun to share with people. My character is called Vistra, and she is a mountain dwarf rogue who doesn't like water. And before she became a rogue, she was a standard middle-aged dwarf, interested in masonry, pretty good at her job, that sort of thing. Then something serious happened, and it made her fall into the world of rogues, because instead of wanting to continue, having love and relationships with people, she decided that it wasn't good for her, and she wanted to fill her heart with treasure and things like that instead. And so, yeah. On the surface, she's quite jolly and confident and has a lot of bravado, but on the inside, she's quite vulnerable. And now that she's a rogue, she's not really, she's not great at it, she's not natural at it, but she is getting better. And yeah, and something that she wants to accomplish in this story, I believe, is that on the surface, she wants to find some really huge amount of treasure that was really noteworthy, that she can be proud of herself for finding and having, but deep down I think she wants to be able to allow people into her heart again, because when she fell into being a rogue, she started to push people that she used to know away, but then I think deep down, she wants to be able to have relationships with friends again and things like that. She joined the party because a character called Leosin had sent her a message basically asking for her help, and he had previously saved Vistra's life from drowning, and so he was looking at her to return the favour. And this is all going to be on the Meeple Palace. The Meeple Palace is focused on 3 main points, which is miniature painting and tabletop games and board games, as well as roleplay systems like Dungeons and Dragons or Starfinder or Warhammer. We've already got a really lovely group of people, and we're really happy with that. But there's always room for more people, more players, more painters. So if that's something you're interested in, you are more than welcome. It doesn't matter if you're inexperienced or you've been painting or playing for years. Everyone is welcome, and this is a dream that Xander, my partner, or many more games, and I have been having for 4 years, and it's just amazing to see it come to life, and we're really proud of that. So thanks for watching.
Welcome to Faerun, the realm of swords and sorcery, and the setting for our Dungeons and Dragons campaign. My name is Many More Games, or you can call me Xander. I am the Dungeon Master for this campaign of Horde of the Dragon Queen. I am a relatively new dungeon master. I'm also a streamer. I do painting, miniatures. I play Warhammer. I love miniature games, board games, all of that lot. And that's why I wanted to be involved in this campaign, to start this campaign. I am one of the founding members of the Meeple Palace, which is our streaming network. And we are a group of people who just, we love board games, we love miniature games, we love role-playing games, and we just want to be able to share this love for this hobby with you all. My hopes for the players in this campaign is that they will be able to find a way to explore their characters while at the same time coming together as a cohesive team in order to face off against the evil cult of the dragon and defeat them in their plans, whatever those are, those nefarious cultist plans. So, without further ado, let's get on with the game. Roll on to glory.
Go.
Hello everyone, and welcome to a new session of Horde of the Dragon Queen with Meeple Palace. It has been so long, it feels like it's been forever. I have to apologize for that. It's myself and Missy TTV. We've been traveling around. I think everybody's had a lot of commitments as well, but people in visiting and traveling places and things for this sort of summer holiday period. But we're back now, and we're back on schedule, and we are so excited because we get to continue with this adventure. We finished it in a really good location, a really good part of the story, and I'm just so excited. I've been waiting 3 weeks to get back to this. So without further ado, let me introduce our players. First of all, Base of Operations.
Hello. Yep, I'm Base of Operations. I play Rogar.
Yeah, Rogar is a level 4 fighter, dragonborn, red dragon. And he is a battle master, if I remember correctly. You've taken the battle master trait path.
Yep.
Fantastic. What about you, Miniacs? Go on.
Hey everybody, it's me, your old buddy Nate from Miniacs Miniatures. I'm a sculptor and mini painter. I sculpt miniatures, I paint miniatures, I have a lot of fun. Sometimes I do stuff on Twitch. And I play with these guys mostly every week. I wish we could play every single week, but sometimes people. But anyway, I'm also a big supporter of, oh man, what's the name of my charity, you guys?
Extralife.org.
Extra Life.
Oh yeah, extralife.org. Man, what a weird blank. What a weird blank.
That page you gave money to. What was it called?
Hi, Susan Kitty. Anyway, I'm a big supporter of extralife.org. If you're involved, please go ahead and check out that website. And love you, and let's have fun today.
Fantastic. And what about you, Missy TTV?
Hi, I'm Missy TTV. I am playing Vistra. I believe she's also level 4, and she is an arcane trickster, and she's a dwarf rogue.
Fantastic. Kellum?
I'm playing Pedrick. He's a war cleric, and he's trying to do his thing as always.
Fantastic. And finally, Point.
Hi, I'm Point. I play Tech, a little bit of Thief. I'm a level 4 Rogue as well. A bit weird, I think, but gonna be fun.
Fantastic. And I just completely forgot that we just did the video, so we didn't have to do this every week. Yeah.
That's why I kept mine simple.
Falling into old habits, unfortunately. Well,
I say play the video.
Yeah. So, I am many more games. I am the Dungeon Master, and just a little recap as to where we left off last week. Well, not like 3 weeks ago. Sorry, not last week. I'm falling into old habits here. 3 weeks ago, we left our intrepid adventurers managed to work their way into quite an interesting chamber after taking out a number of kobolds. They found their way down to a chamber who awaited them but Cyanrath, the half dragon warrior, alongside his cohort of berserkers. There was a bit of a sort of a standoff where we sort of decided who was going to be fighting Cyanrath, and Weird Hal then charged in screaming, attacking him, and letting what was basically completely and utterly just turning the whole thing into a free-for-all. Cyanrath didn't really even get a chance to hit out before he was smacked down. But combination attacks from everybody managed to whittle down his HP, and I believe he was actually fell to the ground by a blow from Rogar's hammer.
By a riposte from his hammer.
You riposte, yes, you riposted, and you hit him again and knocked him down after he tried to strike you. He missed. However, you are still fighting the berserkers. One of the berserkers is on the ground, having been infected by Weird Hal's Tasha's hysterical laughter, vicious laughter, and is still not able to pass his wisdom saving throw to get back up. Finally, we have one berserker is at the moment engaged in fighting Rogar, not having much success piercing his armor, despite his reckless attacks and the advantage that gives him on attack. Finally, did they manage to get in? Sorry, the cats have managed to get into the room. Focus on the window. Focus on the window. They're all trying to escape. 2 cats.
Knock up on her.
A well-oiled machine, this.
But just as
that was awesome. She's amazing. She just scooped them up like a
whoosh.
But just as our heroes sort of settled in for the final leg of the fight, who should walk out of the shadows but a diminutive 2.5-foot tall figure with gold rippling red scales, who basically screamed, "You shall not hurt Mr. Rogar!" and threw and launched 3 golden balls of energy towards the enemy. Yes, it is Copernicus, and he is here. And this is where we begin our adventure with Copernicus' attack upon the berserkers that you are fighting. So let's just quickly raise that up. And Copernicus has got first turn. So Copernicus, here we go. You shall not hurt Master Rogar! And fires off 3 golden balls of energy. So he fires off his, the spell is Magic Missile.
Nice.
So that should do 3 attacks, 3 balls. Each one does 5 damage, I'm guessing. So he's going to do 15 points of force damage to this guy here. Ow, that's very painful. He will then use his movement to scuttle over to Rogar's side. And hug his leg.
I want to give him a swift high five as he comes up to me.
He raises the claw, not quite understanding what you're going to do. He thinks you're about to strike him, and then you give him a sort of a gentle high five, and he looks up, big shiny eyes looking up at you. You've touched him, and he's quite taken with that. Okay, Weird Hal, you are next.
I forget how to play.
It's been a while.
Wait. I know what I can do. This fella's disabled. So, is this guy right here, is he still fighting?
Yep, that guy's still fighting.
He's still up and fighting.
Me and him, we're
all attacks against him have advantage at the moment, recklessly attacked.
Okay.
Well, all attacks. Any attack will have advantage on him.
5, 10, 15, 20 feet. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to attack this fellow with my daggers.
Okay. So first, first attack.
Did it roll? Why isn't it rolling?
Yeah.
Yep. Dagger of Sunfire. Yeah.
Dagger of Sunfire. That's a 15. I believe that hits. Check his stat sheet. He has. Yep, that's a hit. And that's for 5 points of damage. Second one also hits for 7 points of damage. Wait a minute. No, the second one, I don't the bonuses, so it would just be 4.
It would, you take off 3 from that.
Yeah, so it's 9 points of damage.
Okay.
So he's screaming, and his wounds are dripping with blood. It's like he's been slammed in the head 3 times by these golden balls that smack. He's got a burn mark on his face, and then you come up behind him. It's stab in his shoulder blades. He's throwing his arms around all over the place.
And Weird Hal does this. He goes.
Actually, can you do me a favor? Can you just roll 2 more dagger attacks? I just want to see if you would have got a crit, because you do have advantage on him with each attack at the moment. So
right.
No and no. Okay, so we take the first one stand because it's advantage anyway. But just remember, at the moment, until his turn, you guys have advantage on attacks against him.
Oh, I was supposed to. Yeah, see, I told you I forgot how to play.
It's all right. All right. So how about you've done your what do you want to do? You have a bonus action you can do?
I do have a bonus action, but I'm not going to use it.
All right, fantastic. Moving on to Pedrick.
Pedrick, with a mighty war cry, stands and screams as he charges over to here and attacks the Berserker.
All right, you have advantage against him because he's prone on the ground. He gets to take a wisdom saving roll to see whether he gets back up after that. If you disrupt the attacks. So that is a 19. Very nice.
Go on, end
That's a hit. And he's going to take a wisdom saving throw quickly. So no, he fails. So how much damage does that do? 6 points of damage. Yeah, I don't believe you get your extra attacks at the moment because you used up all your godly protections, godly abilities for the day. Until you've taken a rest.
That's it.
GM?
Yep, that's the stats definitely hit. I'm 6 damage. Sorry?
No, I'm not in the turn order, I think.
Oh,
No,
are you
it's
not?
No.
All right.
I think I had a
well, can you roll? Can you roll yourself in? I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, click your dude and then roll it in.
I could scroll up and see what he had originally.
There he is. I see him up there.
If you can remember what he had, he's not actually in the list anymore because his token by mistake. So we need to put it back in. Okay, so Pedrick, you slam this guy. He's like rolling around on the ground, laughing, and you're just smacking him with your mace. And he's, you can see, he's like, for a moment, it's kind of disrupted. He looks up at you and looks down, sort of at the bruising and the sort of slightly odd angle of his arm after you smacked him. Then he just looks at you, he's like, just rolling around the ground. Now, kind of holding it, but just laughing at it entirely, Tax, so you're at 11. So that means you will go, if you go next, you can have a turn next, because that will bring you into order with the
Yeah.
And I think you have higher dexterity than he does, so off you go. You can go have your
Probably,
turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna shoot
I'm going to move you up.
This guy.
There you go. Okay, go on then, take a shot.
Is that advantage or normal?
Yes, it is advantage, so you can have sneak attack. Both of them you have advantage on at the moment.
15.
That's a 15. Okay, that's a hit.
All right.
So you can do your sneak attack damage on that.
Yep.
That's 3 sneak, but 5 piercing, so that's 8 points of damage. My goodness me, you guys are doing pretty well at the moment. I don't think these guys have done any damage to you in this entire game so far. So that guy's down to that much, and that guy is now down to that much. Okay, all right. It's anything else you want to do? You can. Who you're attacking? Which berserker? Sorry, can you just double check?
This one. Did that?
It didn't ping.
No,
it didn't
no,
ping
it
that
didn't.
you were
It's
doing
that
this
one,
area.
the one on the ground. Okay, the one who's
yeah.
prone on the ground. Okay, no problem. I just have to change that. Sorry, I put it on the wrong person. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna move up a bit, to, like over here.
And
That's it.
Okay, all right, good. All right, sorry, I kept all my running tab Google Doc, so I've got everything saved, thank goodness. All right, next person is the Berserker. And yeah, he's just going to, I think, you did hit him, Weird Hal. You are the last person. Oh yes, you're right. Prone is actually, he should have advantage against that attack. The 9 should actually have not hit him. Because if he's
It was just a normal attack, right? So it's a 15 either way.
well, yeah, it would have been a normal attack. You would have advantage because there is a person within. No, that's pack tactics. You're not hidden. He's on the ground. You have disadvantage when they're prone.
Then I missed.
Then it would have been a miss. Yeah, because it would have been the 9 that would have gone. All right. Thanks for that, Weird Hal. I completely forgotten about the fact that range attacks actually have an advantage against people like that. So you shoot your arrow at him and it's like just about to hit, and then he rolls in the last minute, and it's like it hits the ground behind him. The one time this thing has actually done anything good for him. The Berserker, he's going to, I believe the last person to hit him was Weird Hal, so he's going to turn around and try and slam you with. He's going to recklessly attack again, just because he's a Berserker, and I feel that if he doesn't recklessly attack, he's not doing his job.
Man.
So he's going to, it's advantage, and he's going to attack you with his Great Axe.
What? I don't want to get hit with a Great Axe.
That's 21.
That's a miss.
The miss is a hit, and it does 10 points of slashing damage. So you stab him in the back, and he's whirlwinds his axe around and slashes you across your chest.
Okay.
The next person, he can't do anything else. So the next person to go is Rogar, who I believe is probably going to put him down.
Yeah, probably.
Rogar, advantage on this attack against you make it.
Yeah, before I do it, I'm noticing that Vistra is trying to kill Cyanrath on the floor. And as I swing my hammer into this guy, I shout out, "Vistra waits! We need information from him."
Okay. That's okay. You can do that. Oh!
Come on! I will end him.
Ow.
That is 12 points of damage.
That's 12 points of damage. Yeah, so you bring this at, you see him turn. You see him turn as he swings around at Weird. You see him cut this cutter in his chest. And you, in your mind, your battle master's skills goes, that's a weak point. And you spin your hammer around and you just smack him right between the shoulder blades.
Yeah.
As he spins and turns his back to you. That is 12 points of damage. My goodness me. He's still on his feet.
Oh, come on.
They're berserkers. They're basically
Of course, yeah.
HP.
Half that. Yeah, so he only took 6 damage.
So you smack him between his shoulders. He's like, lurches forward, and then you can see him just turn back to you and go. He's got blood between his teeth. One of his eyes is bright red, like all the veins have popped in his eye, and all the capillaries have burst. And he's like, foamy mouth.
I'm like, yeah, bring it.
You bring it. Well, the next one to go is the Berserker on the ground, and he's going to try and beat your spell save again. What is it he's got to beat? Oh, you have to take a concentration check for me, please. Weird Hal. You took 10 points of damage. You've got to take a concentration check on DC 10. Yep, you're fine. So the spell keep continues, and this guy's going to take his wisdom saving throw. What's your spell save? What does he have to beat to get back up?
DC 13.
That's not going to be easy for this guy. Oh, no. He's not on advantage. Either way, he fails, doesn't he? Okay, so this guy is just completely useless. He's rolling around like arrows behind him. One arm is purple, but he's rolling around the ground. He just can't get up.
This is one of my favorite spells for exactly that reason. Pretty much anybody who isn't like super wisdom cannot break the spell. It seems so weak when you read it in the book, but then when you use it in practical use, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next person, Vistra.
Okay, so I heard what Rogar said from his last turn.
Yep.
Don't kill him. Alright.
You could secure him. You could tie him up. You can do all sorts of stuff like that as well if you want. I mean, it's not just attacking. You could do other stuff if you want
Hog
to.
tie, hog tie, hog tie.
But he could break through. He is really strong.
He's unconscious at the moment, though. Oh, wait, Simrath is. I believe Simrath's not on the list anymore. Quick check. Sorry, let me just do it quickly.
Yeah.
Simrath. I believe because it's gone to the end of the round. No, he'll do it at the end of the round. Do your thing first, Vistra, while I sort this out.
Okay, Vistra would like to use her rope and hog tie Sinrath.
All right, take a strength check.
No. Okay.
I just want to know how tightly you've tied the knots. That's all I want.
I want to do it extremely tightly.
Go on then.
Hey, there we go.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. All right. You like tie him up. How you would tie your loot up, so that no one could like walk off with it if you hit it in a tree or something. This is like really tightly done.
But at least in the hog tie, he can. If he does wake up, I can make him feel really ashamed. All right. So also, can I just give him an extra punch or like just something just to, I don't know.
If you
can do 1 point of damage to him if you get through his armor.
If you do any damage to him, he fails death saves.
He fails a death save. He'll take a death save if you.
All right. In that case, I will move. And who is still? Remind me. Who is still trying to hurt people?
Okay, this guy.
And this
guy here.
And that guy's laughing on the floor at the minute.
Alright, so if I wanted to go... Ooh, no, I want snap. Snap to center.
Alright, well he fails his second death save. Simrath has failed 2 death saves now.
Vistra is just going to jump to the other side of... No, she's going to stay where she is. She doesn't want to keep an eye on Simrath, so she's not going to move. That's my turn.
Okay. Okay, you've hog tied him up. So, when you moved him, dislodged in his body, and it's caused some damage, and he's like, he's still yeah.
Can I prepare an action?
No, because you've done your action was to tie him up.
That wasn't as a bonus. Okay, no problem.
Okay. All right. So next person is Weird Hal, because Copernicus kind of the move last time because he jumped in, but it is Weird Hal this time. So Weird Hal, you are.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna get the same treatment once again.
Double stab. Okay, you have advantage. All right, on both attacks. So the first attack, does 4 points of damage, and the next attack also hits. 5 points of 2 points of damage if I take the thing off. So it's 6 points of damage. So he's turned back to Rogar, and he's like, and then you stab him in his shoulder blades again.
Right in the same place. Yeah. One of these days,
spinning back and forth every time you attack him. He just.
It's a shame. It's a shame he won't live long enough to learn his lesson.
I can't remember which of my heal spells is the bonus action one.
You know a heal spell? Yeah, you could cast a heal spell as a bonus action.
Have you got healing word?
If you have word of healing. Do you have any left?
Is it healing word or cure wounds? Yeah, I have.
Healing word is a bonus action.
That's the one
Cure
I'm going to
wounds is okay. Okay, 6 points of healing on who? Yourself?
Yes, sir. I'm hurt.
And now, come on, I haven't heard how he does this for ages.
I'm hurt.
What is your healing word, Hal?
Excelsior! He holds the Sunfire Dagger high in the sky. Excelsior! And heals himself for 6 points of damage.
Brilliant.
I dig it.
Okay. So that is weird. How has healed himself for 6. Copernicus. What would Copernicus? What would he do? Let's see what he would do.
Well, he's got me as backup. He's definitely pumped up for sure.
Yeah, there's been a bit of slashing and a bit of stabbing and a bit of bam bam bam. Okay, he is going to oh, I need to just change something quickly. I need to put his if he wants to put it's toggle, sorry. So he has advantage. All right, so what he's going to do is he is going to, and he's used up his spell slot, one of his spell slots. We've got 3 remaining. He's going to he's going to basically he puts his hand into the air and he goes and shoot forward a bolt of fire. At the guy, basically a little bolt of fire coalesce around his claw, sort of like curling around it like a snake, and then he throws it forward to smack into the berserker.
Yeah, my man.
So that is, and he has advantage at the moment because he is fighting against a berserker who keeps leaving himself wide open.
Good night, Varsha the Dankster.
Yep, that's a hit.
Come on. Oh, please let him be the one to do it.
For 2 points of fire damage. He goes, and he throws this little fire, which sort of snakes, like Mushu from Mulan. You know, it sort of like comes forward like this, just poof, into his back for 2 points of damage. He's then going to realize just how badly that went and scoot behind Rogar a bit more. So, transferring himself from one leg to the other. So that's all he's going to do at the moment.
Awesome.
All right. So that next one is Pedrick.
Pedrick says, "Lay still, accept your fate," as he swings his mace again.
Yeah, he's going to smack the guy on the ground again. You have advantage?
All right.
That's a hit.
Come on.
5 points. These guys can't do anything to you, but they just won't die.
Stop laughing and lay still. How can I hit you while you roll?
More bruises appear. You hit him solidly. That's because you hit him, but it like his pectoral muscles ripple as you sort of hit him, and it just like the damage is done, but it's just not piercing through into his body. Okay, so he's taking the damage. It's just not doing a lot. The next person to go is Tack. You guys all have advantage on these things.
Yeah, this is insane. I'm gonna move up.
Okay.
I'll say yeah. I'll show you how it's done. I'll stab with the rapier.
Okay, stab with the rapier. All right. Advantage, yeah. That's a hit. Ooh, with sneak attack, nice. That's 14 points of damage, and I believe you have an offhand attack if you do.
Oh, I could, yeah, with my dagger.
Yeah, because you've got a light weapon and it's finesse.
Stab.
Stab.
Let's see, no sneak. That's no sneak, right?
It's not sneak, no.
No.
It would be offhand, so it's only 3 points of damage. But that's still pretty good. Okay, you can see that he's starting to look he's starting to look like Swiss cheese. You're basically stabbing him through holes. He's definitely looking worse for wear. His chuckles are much weaker now. He's like rolling around on the ground. Oh, wait a minute! I need to make sure. He'd still be prone. This would still affect him, but I need to see whether any of these attacks actually wake him up. So he gets 1 for Pedrick. No, sorry. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. He has no bonus to wisdom anyway, so nothing for Pedrick. And for the one you just did to him, the first attack, he got his wisdom saving throw. And oh yes, he stops laughing. You stab him with your little rapier, and he's like, and then just for good measure you go and stab him with your dagger. And he's like, on the ground.
1 sec.
Okay. Next
Wait,
person.
move back.
Oh you can move back. Disengage.
Yeah, can I?
You can't disengage as a bonus action because you're offhand attack.
Yeah, if he gets an attack of opportunity, I'll just stay.
Well, he's prone. I don't think he gets an attack of opportunity against you. If he doesn't even have disadvantage.
He used up his chance to do so on that wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, that was his reaction, so he wouldn't be able to do it.
I'll
So you could jump back out of the way.
15. I can do 15 again.
Go on then.
I'll be back there again.
You're like, yep, he's woken up now.
Yep. Yep. Get out of here.
It's all yours.
Okay, Copernicus is the last person who hurts the Berserker in front of Rogar, but Rogar is standing in between him and Copernicus, so he's going to try and lash out at Copernicus, completely recklessly attacking, and just waving his axe around. I don't think that's how you actually do it. I don't think that's how you wave a great axe around, but lashing out with his great axe. So he's going to attack you, Rogar.
Bring it.
I know this is not going to do anything. Hit the brick wall.
Yeah,
16.
He missed.
Clang! His axe flies back as it just bounces off pretty much Rogar. It doesn't have to even be his armor, it's just Rogar standing there. Backhand.
Come on.
Even with advantage, he can't get through Rogar's armor. Alright, next person is Rogar, who's probably not going to take that line down.
Yep, I'll just go. My turn. Where's me attack? There we go.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's a hit.
Cover!
You thunk him. You really heavy. Now, you can see he's starting to take damage now. You hear a rib creak as it just like, as you smack it, and just this ominous little, almost like it doesn't quite break, but you can hear weakening, massive red-brown bruise appearing on his side. Internal bleeding is definitely occurring. Yeah, that's serious damage right there. Both of the barbarians are looking quite worse for wear. Do you have anything else you can do?
I have got nothing left. I used it all before we got here. That is it. I am just swinging this hammer now.
Well, the final Berserker staggers up to his feet. You know, he's going to use his movement action to get up. He looks at you, Pedrick, and he's like, "I remember you. You're the one who was smacking me while I was on the ground." He's going to try and recklessly attack you, Pedrick. Again, he's not even thinking carefully. One eye almost drooping out of its socket. He's going to just lash out at you. Again, he has advantage on his attack. But then he takes it against all rolls against him. Yep. So 22. I'm guessing that hits you, Pedrick?
That's a hit.
And that is for 6 points of slashing damage. Actually, pretty pathetic, considering it's a great axe. Yeah, so 6 points of slashing damage. He lashes at you, but it's not a very well-controlled blow. Even like recklessly attacking, he's lashing out randomly, and it just kind of like catches you under the shoulder pauldron. And yeah, you definitely hear it definitely thunks into your body, and you can feel like, but it hasn't bit too deep. You know, it seems to have like cut mainly through the skin and through a little bit of the muscle layer, but not really that into the bone or the cartilage or anything like that. So you don't take a huge amount of
Taps
damage.
his chest with his shield and says, "Is that all you got?"
Love it. Vistra, you're up.
Vistra is going to... So, this guy is now up.
Yeah, he's up.
Yeah, sod it, I'll jump. No, Vistra wants to go over to... Let's see, what's that? 5...
You can sneak attack either of them because you'll have advantage. Recklessly attacking.
Can I get sneak? Oh shit! No.
You can get sneak on either one you want.
Alright, I'll go over here for this guy.
Okay. You sneaking with your sword?
That's, yeah. So that's advantage.
Yep.
Come on. Sorry, my mouse is being a bit slow. Advantage. I get sneak attack, and here comes the short sword. Come on, baby.
The only miss. You just miss him. You try and stab him, and he's tangled in the furs around his shoulder, and he just sort of like, because he's flashing oddly, it just doesn't quite connect. You can attack with your offhand.
Can I get advantage with my dagger with sneak attack off?
You can get advantage. You still have advantage on the.
Yeah, but I just don't get sneak attack again, do I?
No, only once per turn.
Yeah. Oh, I pressed it. Okay, I'll press it again.
That one's the hit.
There we go.
Yay, the dagger does it. Alright.
The dagger does just base damage. 3 points of damage, because it's just base damage. It's an offhand strike. Mm-hmm. So, that is 3 points of damage. You can see like the spittle. It's now like lined with red. He's definitely in pretty bad condition. He's on his feet. He's staggering a bit, but he's definitely not in great condition.
Can I get out of combat? Can I disengage?
Yes. No, you can't, because your offhand strike is your bonus.
Right, gotcha.
So you're stuck in combat at the moment.
Okay.
Cyan Wrath is going to take a death save. It's his final death save. He fails. Okay, you hear a rattling breath as this, and then then his body's completely still.
That's all right. Victor will take his head.
Weird Al goes like this. Oh!
Weird Al, it's your turn. Weird Al, sorry, not Weird Al. Copyright infringement there.
Weird Al is going to, golly, this fella right here.
Yep.
He's getting one of these.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's got a wisdom saving throw. They have not got a good track record of beating, so let's see. Oh, sorry, no, I'm take the advantage of. I always take the left anyway, so it would have been a 7. So he takes 1 point of psychic damage. He's in the middle of like people, and there's a it's just like one eye is the other eye is now bright red. So like another eye is just a load of little pillaries pop in his eye. He takes.
I tell him.
What did you say?
I say you should change your name to Popeye.
And his other eye just goes.
Oh.
Okay, so next up, any other actions you want to do? Weird Al? Anything else? You've done your action.
Yeah, I'm going to heal myself again because I am seriously hurt.
Okay, so Excelsioring yourself.
Excelsior! Nice.
Okay, 4 more points of healing damage. Healing damage. 4 more points of healing. And it's, next up is Copernicus. What's Copernicus going to do? He is going to... I'm having fun with this. I get to decide what he's going to do. So,
That was my last level 1 spell slot.
okay, so Copernicus is going to. So he you can see him sort of like he walks out a little bit from behind you, Rogar, and then he puts his hands in little claws in front of him, like, and just like you can see shimmering heat start to appear around it, and then it just spins and spins, and basically these balls of fire start to appear in his hands, and he's like, "Ah!" and shoots it out, and these two blazing streams of fire shoot out at him. He's going to have advantage because he's shooting at the berserker, and he is going to cast Scorching Ray.
Wow, he can do that?
Yes, he is going to cast Scorching Ray, and that does 8 points of fire damage.
No harm in that.
On the guy, which is exactly enough. I'm sorry, guys. I know I hate taking kills away from you guys, but
nah, man.
Like, and these two things of fire just go through, and they just go right through him, like cauterized wounds. One through his heart, one through the center of his forehead. And the berserker just slumps to the ground, dead.
Yeah.
Weirdhound now loves Copernicus.
Yeah, he's my man.
That is him, and that is the next person to go is Pedrick. You're up next.
Pedrick will step forward and again swing his mighty mace and try to hurt this berserker.
Okay, you have advantage, good sir.
Pedrick was a... What'd you call it?
That's definitely a hit. That's a hit.
That berserker's still winning.
And how does this blow look, Pedrick? I want to know.
He swings his warhammer over his head and tries to bring it down upon the head of the berserker enemy.
The world sort of goes into like almost slow motion for a moment. This sort of mace, is it a mace or a hammer?
It's a mace.
Okay, this mace, this sort of knobbly-headed mace comes down, and as it hit, it sort of like, as it contacts the head of the berserker, who looks basically its head starts to stave in and flatten as it sort of like sprays apart in different directions, and his head just explodes like a watermelon. It's like poof, and he's got a stump of his neck shooting blood into the air, and he just falls over dead.
Nice.
So that was a kill shot. Okay, that is everybody dead except, well, no, you guys were all okay. It's the first time I don't think anyone's actually, which is brilliant. You're getting there, guys. You're getting there. And that is combat done. Yeah.
Rogar will instantly run over to the body of Cyanrath to check on him and his condition.
Okay, so as you look down, roll a medicine.
Medicine check. Oh, Jesus. Right, here we go. Let's have a look for medicine. Hang on. Medicine. Oh, not with advantage. Oh,
no. I'll take the left anyway.
Yeah,
I'll take the left anyway.
That would be a
natural
realize
thing. Well, you realize that by shifting Cyanrath's body, that Vistra must have released a blood clot somewhere in his body, which then passed through his body up to his brain and caused an embolism, which killed him. You're pretty sure about this. Your medical knowledge is pretty sound.
All right, and I'm gonna notice that. I'm gonna notice that, and I'm just gonna grab his dead body, shout "No!" and then throw it across the cavern.
And Viscer's going to run over.
He ends up down here. His body's sort of like on the ground down there.
Alright, Viscera will run over to where the body is, and
Yep.
although she is not one for gore, technically, she is going to cut his head off.
Check for
Okay.
keys
Okay.
while you're over there.
All right,
I'll check his body, and I will sever his head, so that if anyone questions that he's dead, we have proof.
Okay, so you have a gory trophy.
Gory trophy.
You have the head of Cyanrath. I don't know how you're going to store that. That's up to you. Remember, if you do put it in your backpack and things, it will fluid onto everything else in there.
I will attach. I'll take the rope that I use to hog tie him, and I'll use that and sort of connect that round the neck bone bit and somehow tie it to my belt. So I'm gonna have his head on my hip.
Nice.
You do realize Cyrath is tall, 8 feet tall. He's bigger than Brogar. He's got a pretty big head, so you're almost sideways. Like this with his massive head.
The ground with it.
I mean, you were. I mean, you were a dwarf, so you're. I mean, it's not going to kill you. It's not going to hurt your constitution, but really, I mean, you'll be able to carry. You're used to carrying heavy loads, but it is a little bit lopsided. I'll say that. I mean, you can have it on your belt, but it will probably drag on the floor.
That's fine. He can get dirty.
Tip of his nose is probably like just scraping a little trail behind you in the dust.
I wanna go and pick up his
I would like to
sword.
also check his pockets.
All right, so you check his body. All right, so a couple of things. Let me just get this up because I need this. So when you check Cyrath's body, a couple of things you'll see. First of all, you find a very sheath, which is sort of strapped to his back, made for a great sword. And this sheath is made of sort of like an ebony wood, inlaid with golden designs that denote sort of dragons, burning villages, sitting on piles of treasure. You can kind of value. It's not a very high. It's quite a good quality item. It's probably not like master craftsmanship, but it's probably worth a good 10 gold on its own, just the sheath. You also find if you're searching his belongings, it probably would be back where Rogar threw him from, so it'll probably be back over here. But he has a very finely crafted sword.
That's what I was going to pick up from where I'm
pretty
stood.
massive. He also has a spear. And looking at the great sword, it's kind of it's a really nice piece of craftsmanship. It looks pretty standard though. It's long. It's made of steel or iron with a double-handed grip with sort of shark skin, which has been wrapped around the sort of the hilt and the handle, sort of to provide good grip. It's not beautifully worked or anything. You could see it's a very sort of utilitarian blade. It's been kept in good order. You can't really sense something about it. It looks just like a well-crafted greatsword. The spear, on the other hand, is slightly different. The spear is quite strange. The blade seems to be blue in color. It's completely blue. It doesn't look like it's metal. You can also see, like, sort of written down the side, some rather strange shifting runes that sort of written down the side of the spear.
Okay. If I took the great sword and the sheath, would I still be able to do what I normally do, which is attack with my short sword, then with my dagger?
Yeah, I mean, you can carry the great sword on your weight in your pack, basically. You'd be carrying around your pack.
But if I equip it, can I use that, then use my dagger as a bonus action?
You could attack with it. Are you proficient with great sword?
Let me check.
I don't think you are. I think as a dwarf, you're proficient with hammers and with hammers and axes.
Hammer, simple weapon, short sword, long sword. No, I'm not.
So you're not proficient with the great sword. You would have disadvantage.
I will. How big is the spear? I mean, I'm guessing it's bigger than myself.
The spear is the size of it's like a Roman pilum. It's like a sort of halfway between the size of a spear and a javelin. So it would be quite tall for you. It's not that you can't. You could if you are equipped. If you know how to use simple weapons. A spear is a simple weapon. You can use it.
Yes, I do have simple weapons. Okay, I will take.
It's not a finesse weapon though. So if you strength instead of your dexterity to attack with it, You would also not be able to kind of use it one hand and then use your dagger in the other, but it's not a light weapon.
No,
Okay,
that's
so-
cool. Vistra will take it and she will slide it in. She will also go over to Rogar and say whether he knows these runes, whether they're draconic, and also say to the group, "Hey guys, there's a great sword and a great sword sheath up for grabs. Who wants it?"
I mean, I wouldn't mind taking a look at them.
Okay.
Yeah,
what
that's I
now-
I can use that.
In this whole time, Pedrick has been in a prayer.
Yeah, I think that I think only Rogar is proficient with great weapons at the moment, because I don't know if I don't think clerics are. No, you're a war cleric, proficient with martial weapons,
Correct.
so you could use one if you wanted to. You could use it.
Well, I mean, if it's a sword wielded by an 8-foot guy, I'm thinking it's probably best for Rogar to take it.
Roll for it.
Roll for it.
Rogar doesn't want to.
Pedrick,
Rogar doesn't want to equip it. He just wants to look at it.
Okay.
but currently Pedrick is busy casting his last spell.
Okay. What's Pedrick casting?
Pedrick is casting Prayer of Healing.
Okay, so everybody who's near him will get some health. Okay, that's cool.
And that will be
After 10 minutes, because it's a ritual casting, if I remember correctly.
correct.
All right, in those 10 minutes, I think Weird Hal wants to walk over here and try to open this treasure chest.
Okay, so a couple of things. Let me just quickly.
Yeah.
So, now you can see a few more things about the room. So I'll tell you a few things, okay? All right. So, wow. Okay, that's good. Everybody gets 18 HP back.
Nice.
Rogar literally
Thank you very
took no
much.
damage that entire fight, so he's good.
All right.
I'm 102.
So you find out in this 10 minutes you have a chance to this this place, right? And Weird Al, would you mind just jumping back out?
Doing what now?
Can you just move yourself back to where you were just for 1 second?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. So because basically what you see, let me just quickly bring this onto the right layer. Okay. So this chamber has been enlarged. Okay, and it's definitely reshaped from the original. This is a sculpted chamber. It has been built up. The floor and 3 of the walls are smooth, and the stalactites and stalagmites have been polished to gleaming columns. Every surface glistens with moisture, and the air is warm and humid. The flat walls
Aliens.
of the chamber are decorated with shallow abstract carvings of dragons. Dragon tails coil into intricate patterns and knots that flow along the walls. The creature portrayed in the northwest corner stands out. It is a 5-headed dragon erupting from a volcano. Other dragons, which seem dwarfed by this 5-headed monstrosity, flock to its side. There is a small wooden chest with silver and mother of pearl inlays on the floor in the corner, directly in front of the massive dragon carving. So the picture where I put the dragon there, it's sort of a carving on the wall. Okay, there, and it's. Oh, I can't. You can't see it now, but basically, it is, it's quite. There's a chest there in front of it made of wood, silver, and mother of pearl. So that's. I just wanted to let everybody know that that's what you can see at the moment as you're standing in the chamber.
Well,
Yeah, I'd be all over the chest as well.
Okay. So, can you roll a perception check for me, please? And actually, everybody can roll either a perception or a history check, depending on which they prefer.
Perception.
Wow. Okay. Vistra?
Yep.
All right. So the others, to you, to quite a few of you, it looks just like a sort of generic dragon worshipping imagery. But Tak and Pedrick, you would know a little bit more. You know that the 5-headed dragon would represent Tiamat. Okay, Tiamat was the sort of the mother of the colored dragons instead of the metallic dragons. And that you would also know the volcano in the image that she's coming out of is known as the Well of the Dragons. Okay, and this is, you also would know that the and Pedrick, you would know that the Well of the Dragons is found in the Sunset Mountains. Okay, it's a location in the Sunset Mountains. You would probably you probably would all recognize Tiamat from the folktale and the history. Maybe not so much Vistra. Maybe you didn't have a lot to do. Vistra and Weird Hal. I mean, you didn't have a lot to do. It's not really part of your background. But you would know that Tiamat was banished to the Nine Hells long ago, and that she's still there today. You kind of see it as sort of like a metaphor. You can sort of see like a metaphor of like the birth of evil dragons, the evil dragon queen. Yeah, so that's basically what you would see from the picture.
Okay. Visha would still like to give, while healing is happening, hey, that's pain. Visha would still like to give the spear for Rogar to look at with the draconic, with the swirling runes and wording, and see if he understands it.
Okay, so Pedrick, so let me just see what's everybody Rogar to have a look over.
Yes.
Okay. And Rogar, you're looking at the spear. Copernicus is looking up quizzically up at Rogar. I'm guessing Pedrick is still casting his thing because it takes 10 minutes.
Right,
so
when
he's probably
that's
still in
done,
the middle of casting it.
I would like to look at that sword when that is completed.
Okay, so you're gonna, when that's finished, you have a look at the sword. Tack and Weird Hal, what are you gonna do?
I was gonna casually loot all the bodies, see if they have anything, and then move over to the chest.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm
well,
gonna go look at this chest and see if I can open it up.
Okay. So if you want to try and open see on the chest has a lock. You can try and open it if you want. Okay.
I'll say I can do it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do it.
Do you have thieves' tools?
Yep.
Okay. So you can take a you can take that. Thieves' tools, not thieves' camp.
Oh, thieves' tools. Where is it? Where is it?
It's a dexterity check.
Oh, there it is. I got it.
Check for traps.
Does it roll? Oh, just dex?
Yes, your dexterity. You have just to roll me a dexterity check and add your proficiency. Yeah. So yep. So you managed to. So yeah, you managed to. You managed to pop open the chest. So you managed. Yeah, you managed to open. While you're doing that, you're fiddling around with it. So just jumping back over to Rogar. So Vistra, you hand over this spear for Rogar to have a look at, and as you do, you can kind of see Copernicus is also looking at it, and as he does so, he kind of shies away. Rogar, you speak Draconic, I'm guessing, because you are you are a Dragonborn. What you can see is this script is actually telling the tale of the spear, and it's listing everyone who's ever died to this to a blow from this spear, and it's and it's listed in horrific, gruesome ways. Okay, it's very, very visceral in the detail. The writing is very small, but it's explaining exactly how the spear took the life of the person it took. So it's talking about the feel of the guts around the blade as it plunged into their stomach. It's talking about killing people in their sleep, killing children, killing adults, killing. It's a really gruesome tale. Not just killing humans, killing dragons, killing baby dragons, killing dragonborn, killing kobolds, killing dwarves, killing goblins. Everybody who's ever died to this spear is sort of listed on the side of the blade.
Yeah.
But it's very gruesome in the detail. It kind of seems that no matter how many people it would kill, there'd always be space on the half to add the name.
If I look towards the end, is there any names or anything I would recognise at the end there? Or?
You probably recognise any of the names ones are sort of mentioned. The last one mentioned is things like Pierre Dant, the farmer, killed by stabbing through the eyeball. On you don't know who this person is. You could probably guess it's probably someone from Greenest.
Yeah. During
the fights, they were there, or one of the slaves. But you don't know really for sure who this is. So a couple of things. A couple of things that happen. So you pick the. So you pick the lock. You open the lock up.
Tech would naturally try and grab something.
All right. So as you look into going back over to Tack, and I'm guessing Weird Hal, if he's over there, also looking into the chest as well. The chest seems to contain a number of choice items, some interesting jewelry. Inside the chest, you will see a string of pearls, valued at about Tack. You would probably be able to value that at about 300 gold. You also see a gold and sapphire ring, and very high quality work. Okay, so it's probably worth around 900 gold.
Wow.
You also see a it's also a pouch. There's also a pouch in there that's worth about 100 gold. 100 gold each. There's about 6 gems in this pouch worth about 100 gold each.
Holy.
So we're looking at pretty good quality gemstones.
DM.
Yes.
As Tack and Weird Hal reach for all the expensive loot, I think Weird Hal would probably start like slapping each other's hands.
Well, I'm grabbing.
Can you roll a dexterity check? Just a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
Weird Hal, since he's slapping.
Okay, hold on.
Oh.
Okay. So you're slapping around.
I'm like,
you're trying to take these like, get alone. You gotta share, and you're trying to pull it out of his hands as well at the same time. Tack, can you take a dexterity saving throw as well for me?
Yes.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, basically you're a bit like the angry beaver. Hands like slapping each other, and the pouch and the ring and such, they're changing hands. They're almost like they're floating in midair. And the pouch is like there, the ring is there, and the pearls are like floating in midair as you're like they're changing hands so fast that they just look like they're floating in midair. And I need to roll something quickly.
Oh no.
That's funny.
Okay.
Can Vistra go over to where?
Yeah.
Can Vistra go over to where Weird Hal and Tack is and just see if she wins a dexterity save on?
No, I'd say nothing here. There's nothing here.
I can see there's fighting. I can see there's commotion. I can.
You can.
It's empty.
All right.
Okay, so Rogar, you've been left with the spear.
I see.
Yeah, what I was going to say is,
something.
and I'm also going to have a look at the greatsword as well.
So quickly, roll your dexterity save. You're looking at the greatsword. The greatsword looks to be more sort of mundane in nature. Wow. Okay. Yes, so it just snatches them out of the air.
And then she runs away. Like nothing ever happened.
That was the roguiest rogueness I've ever seen.
Roll this again.
Oh, we see it.
Okay. So basically, yeah, you've got them at the moment. They're in your pouch at the moment.
They're in my pouch.
Decide
I put in bracket all Vistras.
Vistra's like she got the head of a dragon and a belt still able to grab them. She's
And
like,
the spear.
lurching,
And the
grab
spear.
and takes them. And she's got
And the
so,
spear, and I've
I'm pretty sure I have to. I'm pretty sure I have to lay over this point, because you're carrying the head of Cyan Wrath, a whole load of gems and jewelry, as well as a spear that's way too big for you.
Well, she left the spear with Rogar to have a look at. I haven't given it back yet.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I haven't got it back yet. Yeah.
Rogar's got the spear at the moment. All right. So yeah, Rogar, as you're looking at your practiced eye would notice it's quite a nice piece of work. You can't identify who the smith was, but you can tell it's probably not kobold make. It's definitely better quality than that. It's probably not human make either. It seems to be slightly too good a quality for that. Not saying humans can't make good swords, but the standard human smith wouldn't be able to produce a weapon of this caliber. It's not. You can't sense anything sort of magical or strange about it. You're not magically gifted anyway, but you probably can't. You can't feel anything about it that seems off or strange. One thing you would notice, since you've been holding the spear for a while, as you've been holding the spear is starting to feel more and more like it belongs. You start to stop caring so much about what the words on the spear were saying. You feel sort of almost a little bit of almost like a blissful feeling. You're holding the spear doesn't seem to seem quite so bad as it did a few moments ago.
Can I throw the sword away?
The sword? You can throw the sword down, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I'll just throw it
No,
away.
the spear. It's the spear that you're looking at that's giving you the blissful feeling.
Oh, is it? Oh, right. I'll throw the spear
spear
away. Yeah, I'll throw that.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Yeah, this isn't going to be great.
Yay!
Why are you down? Start to you feel sort of almost a slight feeling of revulsion about it. Your hands sort of feel dirty. Yeah. Even looking at it. And Vistra, it falls sort of at your.
I'll pick it up.
Okay, Vistra picks it up. Feels good in your hand.
So Vistra, I wouldn't. That's cursed.
It may be cursed, or it might be connected to dragon kin. If I start feeling something, then maybe I'll do the same as you and try and drop it, or you'll have to...
It's listing in great detail every single person that thing has killed.
Okay. Well, then I would say that I would like to... I reply to Rogar and say, yes, well, maybe in the future I can add names that are worth adding to the spear rather than those that have been taken lives for no good reason.
As you're holding it, you see like almost like a soft blue glow, sort of like start to emanate from it. Rogar, to you, it seems to be like pulsing faster, like a darker sort of. There seems to be almost like a pulsing sound now.
I'm going to visibly actually take a few steps back away from her.
Okay, there you go. You see Rogar take a few steps back away. What's wrong with him? Okay,
how am I feeling holding the spear at the moment? Am I getting the same sensation?
You feel good. You feel good. The spear is a spear. A spear is a weapon. You know, it's meant to be used.
All right, that's fine. I'm happy holding it still. I'll just pop it at the back somehow.
Why does Vistra get all the loot?
Okay. Yeah, Vistra's got all the loot at the moment. Vistra's like taking it.
I'm sorry, but I've been in competition with Tack, so.
Well, no, she's just holding it in a group. She's holding it in a group inventory. It's not share, because you can literally like pick her up and shake her and it drops. Rogar can literally like shake her like this, to get it to drop the things. Okay, so Copernicus is sort of over, and you can kind of see Copernicus is over, sort of over to the wall. He's looking at you see him looking at the pictures and the carvings, and he's sort of like almost like stroking them as he sort of touches them.
I turn to Rogar and I say, he seems to know you somehow. We'll get to that later. Do you want to go over and talk to him. He seems a bit, I don't know, a bit distracted.
Weird Hal wants to be friends with this little dude, so what could he do that would impress him?
Make something dragony.
Yeah,
Dragon come out with scales.
I'm gonna.
I don't know. You have to try.
I'll
If
go
you want
over
to try
to
and
him.
impress him.
I'll go over to him and in Draconic say, "What are you looking at?"
He says it. Dragons, many dragons, strong dragons, powerful dragons.
I'm gonna casually just walk over and look at what they're saying and see if I can clue.
And I'll
His
say,
thunderous draconic voice.
"Yeah,
Yeah. So to Rogar, it sounds sort of like dragons. He's got an almost powerful voice for a little guy, but to you guys, it's like. Yeah, that's how he sounds to like everyone who doesn't speak Draconic. To Rogar, he still has a high voice. He seems to be, he's very, he's not unintelligent. He doesn't sound stupid when he talks. He's not like a goblin or something.
Yeah.
Goblin, I'm not saying goblins are stupid, but they tend to talk common pretty bad, basically. And he's pointing at the dragons, but he goes, and then he sort of, as he sits there, he looks and he goes, "That's wrong, so wrong, not right, not right." Looking at the pictures.
yeah." They weren't strong enough to stop what happened here, were they?
He looks at you and he cocks his head. He goes, no, not strong, not strong. Pictures though, not right, not
What's
correct.
What's not right with the pictures?
He points, and as he's sort of pointing out the carvings there's definitely an over-representation of black dragons. Almost half of the dragons in the picture seem to be black dragons. Can you take a perception check for me, please, Rogar?
Yeah, all right, I can try.
Since you're talking to him. Weird how you can take one too, since you're standing next to him and you're sort of like point.
Okay,
Okay, both of you noticed something interesting. Many of the black dragon carvings seem to have holes in their mouths.
I wonder what we could stick in the holes.
I want to ask Copernicus if he knows if there's anything should be put in there.
He goes, no. He looks and he put in? No. Put in. Dragons do not put in. Dragons put out. Strong dragons.
Moves away.
Yeah, I want to nudge to Weird Hal to kind of take some steps back, and I'll ask Copernicus to take a few steps back with me as well, and he can talk a bit more about the about the dragons on the wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
As you step away, you hear a snap from beneath your feet, and a sound of hissing like a dozen angry snakes. Or maybe it's the sound of liquid moving through open tubes. A moment later, as you all step back, liquid starts to spray out of the dozens of tiny holes in the wall's ceiling. Wherever it splashes to the ground, moisture on the stone starts to bubble, and within moments, the chamber starts to fill with an acidic mist. Can everybody please take a DC 10 dexterity saving throw, please? I need a dexterity.
How do I do that? Is it just a standard dexterity saving?
Yeah, just take a standard dexterity 10. Okay. Okay, so everybody except... So everybody has to take 2d6 acid damage, except for Pedrick and Vistra, who take half of it.
I'll take 1 damage.
That is 10 acid damage.
Oh my god.
Okay.
How much damage do me and Pedrick take?
You take 5. Can everybody now please take a DC 10 Constitution saving throw? Because the acid is not just skidding on the ground, it is starting to spray into the air.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay, and starting to aerosolize. Okay, and is everybody? So weird how everybody's done. So everybody passes except Tack and Rogar. I'm afraid you guys, you start breathing and and you breathe in just this concentrated acidic mist. You take 2d8 extra acid damage, I'm afraid, guys. Sorry. That's 15 damage of acid.
I would assume that on all the time it took to cut off heads and open locks that my spell had probably gone off.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody got healed already, so you get...
So that was 18 points if you haven't upped it already before you start subtracting.
But I believe, Rogar, you were already on full health.
Yeah. Yeah, I was already on full.
Okay. The mist is still spinning around the chamber. What do you want to do?
Do we go up or down?
Get out!
Pedro goes to the stairs and he says, "Get lower. The minister will rise. Let's get down the stairs."
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Going down.
Weird Hal is afraid of stairs.
I'm just gonna run.
Weird Hal has right to be afraid of something. Okay. All right. So everybody's sort of moving.
I can't change that.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. The trap was on the step next to the next to the chest, and no one checked that. Okay. I was rolling to see whether you would jostle the chest, because that could also make it go off, but you didn't. You guys did very well with that, but unfortunately, Tack just took a step away. Copernicus will follow as well. He's sort of like, see whether he takes damage. He is going to roll, so he has to roll his Constitution saving throw and his Dexterity saving throw. So Dex, let's see, Dexterity saving throw. Oh, sorry, he doesn't have advantage. Take the left. Okay, so he does take damage. He's going to take 2d6 damage, and then he's going to see if he passes a Constitution check.
This where Copernicus dies.
He's going to fail that as well. So 15 and 10, so 25. Wow, Copernicus, he's on 1 hit point. So he's he staggers, but he's on 1. So he's just almost dead. He's holding onto Rogar's leg, him along.
Susie Kitty says, "If he dies, we riot."
Yeah.
So little Copernicus is and like on the ground. He's riding.
No.
I want to pick up. I'll bend down and pick up Copernicus, hold him close, and carry on running.
Okay. So you're carrying Copernicus right now. He's a light.
Yeah, I'll pick him up.
He posed his advantage.
And then hopefully, if we get down here, are we clear of the gas?
Yeah, you're clear of the mist. You're clear of the mist.
Okay.
Weird Hal
Collapse against the wall.
Trepidatiously makes his way down the steps, carefully looking at each step before he steps on it.
Okay. Yep. So you very carefully head down. You don't notice anything on the steps. It seems to be everything is fine. The chamber that opens at the bottom of the stairs is immense. Okay, there's a very wide ledge that runs along the wall and then drops away into a pit, as you can see before. Many stalactites descend from the ceiling, and the sound of dripping water echoes continuously. You can also see that I think Vistra will be able to see this better than anyone else, because where she's standing.
I can see everything.
You can see that there are the lower portion of the room is about 15 feet below the ledge you're currently standing on. There are wooden steps that are built down into that lower floor. There is a and you would also notice that just like in the previous room that you were in, there is a very stout iron cage covering the steps, and with a gate at the bottom. You can also see a key hanging on the wall peg opposite of the stairs. So opposite you, over here, there's a peg, and there is a key hanging from that wall peg.
Can Vistra listen to see if there's any growling, any noises, like if there's drakes?
Okay, take a perception check.
No.
I'm checking for traps everywhere.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
it's ground.
Yeah. You hear the sound of continuous... Not much more than that.
What about my dark vision? Should I be able to see what's inside if I just went a little closer?
Yeah, you can probably see what's inside. Let's have a look.
Do I see any?
Okay, yeah, you see pretty well. All right, so a couple of things. You can, as you're standing there, you can make out the shape of you can make out the shape of some large egg-shaped things, very large egg shapes, about
Ooh.
3 feet tall. See 2 large egg shapes.
I'm hungry.
He's just gonna go grab the key.
You can't really see.
gonna...
You can't really see all the details down there.
Mm-hmm.
See with your dark vision, but you probably need to go down to respect it.
Alright, I'm gonna
If you
take the
go
key.
for the key, I'm gonna check for traps first.
Okay, that's
Traps or
cool.
not.
Okay. So
No,
Patrick,
do that.
as you're checking for traps, can you take a perception check as well?
Perception. Can I do investigation?
I mean, you're looking for. Yes, you can do an investigation check. Perception check as well, because I want to see how much you're hearing and how much you're seeing in the chamber.
Oh, yeah, perception is also perception.
Yep, take perception. Okay. Oh. Dynamic lighting seems a bit off tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry,
wait a
yeah.
minute.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I know what it is. It's probably tack. I
Yeah,
might
he's-
have made
he's
his
emitting
character so
light,
he's
yeah.
radiating light. So if I turn that off, is that better?
Yep. Rogar can see subtle.
Yep, there we go. That's right.
Oh, now I
That's
can
the
see a
good
bit
stuff.
less.
It's my fault. I've been basically turning. Tack, you were basically like Bilbo Baggins. Sting just floating in the dark. All right. So yeah, with your perception, I mean, you can probably hear you can probably hear some rustling, some sound of claws scraping on stone. You don't know what it is, but you probably know there's something else in this room with.
I'd be like, shh, quiet guys. There's something in there. We have to leave.
Yeah, we need to leave.
Vistra goes back to everyone and quietly says, "But I can see eggs, and that was kind of the reason. You know, it'd be great if we get these eggs and somehow get them back to Greenest. Maybe
No.
this is something that the cultists have been trying to protect. We are in the hatchery."
Yeah. But also, if there's anything else in there, I, for one, am in no position to back you up. And we're here on information. We're not here to get things.
But it would help.
You would have to go. You would have to go back in city at the moment. Will not have had enough time to dissipate yet. So just to let you know.
Yeah.
So we can't go back up yet.
I mean, well, the mist is not gonna. It's not. You're like quite deep into the cavern. It's not going to be well ventilated. As like the rest of it. I mean, you sort of like you're below where the mist is. You can probably see some of it start to creep a little bit down the stairs before dissipating.
Pedrick will take a cloth and let the water drip onto the cloth, and when it's good and wet, he'll cover his nose and mouth with it.
Okay. And then what's he going to do?
He's just then he says, "Listen, I can't help in this battle either. If we get involved with something down here that we can't,
I know, Daddy.
we could die here instead of gathering eggs."
Can we just shoot arrows at the eggs so that they're pierced and they won't survive if there's dragons in there?
Now that I like the
They'll hear
idea
us.
of.
I mean, yeah, you could try.
Can you actually hear it, Tak? Can you actually see, Tak Vistra, can you actually see anything alive in this room?
Let me
If I
check.
move-
Rogar
move
can't see.
Can I sneak
I
can I
can't
sneak
see anything
upstairs?
in here.
You want to
Well-
sneak upstairs?
Up to like over here. You can see it. To the base of the stairs, basically.
I can't see where you're pointing.
1 sec. Like over here.
Yeah, you can sneak to the stairs if you want.
Do I roll or gonna go there?
You can just walk over there. Yeah, just walk. You can walk over there. You can stand by the steps if you want to.
See what I can see.
All right, and then Vistra's gonna move over here.
Okay, Vistra, as you move, you are going to. I need you to stay where you are for 1 second.
Move?
Yep. So basically, as you stand there, four sort of like containers fly out of the dark on this side and smash around you. So wait a minute. Let me just quickly switch and get this right. You can hear sort of, and these 4 little pots come flying at you from the dark. And these guys are going to go here. And I need you to take 2 dexterity saving throws, please, for me.
Okay. 1 and 2.
Okay. So basically, both pots smash at your feet. They don't hit you, but you can see like this fluid fly out, and it splashes on the ground, and it sort of seems to cling to the rock and harden as it smashes onto the ground. Take 2 more dexterity saving throws.
Okay. More dexterity. 1 and 2.
Okay, so you dodge the one. You dodge the third. You dodge the third part, but then you yeah, you dodge the third part, and you dodge and hit by the last part. So I need you to take. You're going to take 2d8 fire damage as they burst into flames. So 1 hits you, and it does. That's the first one. You dodged it, so you take half damage, 2 fire damage. And then the other one is another 5, 6. So you take 7 points of fire damage. These 2 little pots explode at your feet. The first one sort of hits your feet and sort of licks up and starts to smolder your cloak. The other one hits you dead on and bursts into flames. You start to pat them out mad, but it's basically it starts to burn your flesh. Everybody
Stop, drop, and roll.
Everybody on initiative, please.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Okay, so
Oh, I don't know. I didn't click myself. Sorry.
it's okay. I need to get onto the right layer anyway. Okay, so I got Okay, so let me just. Sorry, this is. I'm just going to do these guys to save time. So that is whatever I got because I can't see everything at once. 6. All right. So basically, I believe Weird Hal who goes first.
Oh no! Point.
No, it's Tak. Tak
No
goes
point.
first. Tak goes first. Off you go.
Nice.
I don't see any enemies.
Basically, you can't see. You can see Vistra, and you kind of see these pots fly out of the dark and just smash at her feet. She dodges most of them, like gracefully dodges most of them, but then one just explodes and hits her right in the chest. And you see her sort of flail as flames start to lick up her body.
I'm in no shape to fight. Dak is just gonna move back to the group and quietly yell to Vistra to move back as well.
Okay. Are you telling the group? Because they probably won't be able to see what's going on now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's see.
Did Rogar hear the kobolds chittering?
You probably wouldn't have heard them because they're quite far away. You might think so, but you probably don't know what it is. You can't see it. You saw a little burst of fire in the dark, so you probably know something's not right.
I'm using my bonus action to dash over there, and I'll tell them there's enemies over there.
Okay.
And then I'll prepare my action to shoot anything that I see, any enemies.
All right. Weird Hal.
Weird Hal, right before combat started, was getting food out of his pack to share with Kobolds, and then he hears there's like something going on, and he's like, "Oh, what?" And like drops food out of his mouth, and then he's like, "Stand back, little buddy, and guard this food." And then I'm gonna start moving forward some. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll go to there. Oh man, it's getting dark there. Can't see much. Okay, I'm gonna go to there. No, I'll go one more.
Do I not technically emit more light because I'm on fire?
No. Let's try. You're a little. It's not like a huge. It's not like a huge bomb or anything. They're out pretty. Some fire damage.
You know how alcohol burns blue and it doesn't really give off a lot of light, or lamp oil?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you doing anything else?
No, Weird Hal is just trying to peer into the darkness and get a clue at what's going on, but he can't see anything, and he's afraid to go further in the dark.
Okay. Next person is Rogar.
All right. So DM, you can tell me how much of this I can do in my turn. So first things first, I'm going to shout. I'm going to take a few steps forward because I can't really see anything.
Are you still carrying Kobolds at the moment?
Yes, I would be. Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so he's with
I haven't
you.
necessarily said I've sat him down. And I'm going to shout into the darkness in my biggest, deepest, loudest, draconic voice I can. I'll say, "That is enough!" And on the word enough, I'm then going to use my breath weapon just to blow it out into the cavern.
Oh, okay. All
just
right.
for a bit of flair. I just want to be as big and as intimidating as I could possibly be to these guys.
Okay.
So whoever's out here, and just, yeah.
Go on then. Do it then. I want to see how big and impressive it is.
Oh,
how much
right,
damage
here we
do?
go. Breath weapon. Here we are. Where is it? There it is.
Okay, so it's not huge, but it's not it's not all. It's an average. It's a nice flame.
It was.
Nice means it's small.
It was for added. It was for added flair.
Yes, I've added flair. All right. I'm just give me a sec. I'm going to take do an intimidation.
Intimidation.
Yeah, I want you to see if you can. Wow. Okay. And what's theirs? Wait a minute. Let me see. What would their wisdom be? Not very good. All right. Yeah, you're going to beat them no matter what, unless they're on natural. You just do that. Even then, I don't think you'll be. No. Yeah. So there are. So you've basically. I'm going to have stunned them for the moment. So yeah, they are backing. They are afraid of the voice. They are going to move away from the voice, and they're probably not going to attack this turn, as they are a bit afraid of what you might do to them. They see the flame, they know that's the weapon, they know that's it. Also, wait a minute, I should have checked something. They saw Vistra, which meant they probably would have seen the head of Cyan Wrath on her belt.
Intimidation factor double.
Yeah, they're petrified. They start to. So in their turn, we'll see what they do, but they're probably going to start running.
Maybe Copernicus will tell them something.
It is his turn.
Copernicus
it's
is
his
there. It's
turn now.
Copernicus' turn now. Yeah, so he's
Oh, okay.
going to
here, right?
he's actually going to spend his turn pulling out a little. He's got a little drag. He pulls out a little drag covered with a cork, which is in his pocket, and he chugs down what is in his pocket. So it's 2d4 2.
Does?
So he just rubbish. He gets 4 health back. So he basically sitting there going, "Oh, 1 minute." He's taking his little tonic to knock that off. He only had 1 in his pocket. I only gave it to him because of that, because it was it seemed okay since you guys all healing potions and stuff. Okay, so he's gonna spend the turn chugging his potion. He's gonna sort of just walk. He's gonna stay next to Rogar. He probably wouldn't go anywhere. Yeah, he looks up at you, "That is enough," and he's like, a little clap. Very, very excited as this fire goes out. So Vistra, it is your turn now.
Am I still on fire?
Oh, no, you're not on fire. You basically sort of started to burn, but yeah.
Vistra is going to pull out the spear that was Cyanrath's.
Okay.
And with 2 hands, she's going to point at Cyanrath's head. She knows they've already noticed this.
Well, you got the spear in one hand, so you point.
Yeah, so I point at Cyanrath's head with the blue spear. And I point back at the kobolds and I say, "Yield to us, or you will face this spear of Cyanrath.
Deal.
Help us, or die," basically is what I say to them.
Well, they're already petrified of you. They're probably not even scared. They're trying to climb over each other to get away from you. You've already intimidated them.
Mm-hmm. But I want to be more diplomatic. Certainly more diplomatic.
That's diplomatic. Okay. Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay.
I'm guessing this is the performance. It's
19.
pretty good. Theirs is -2 to their. Do very well, aren't they? Yeah, -2. They basically drape themselves on the ground, completely just like shivering and like on the ground. They drop their weapons and just sort of shiver on the ground at sort of like away from you. Is that your action? Is that everything you're doing?
If I'm allowed, I'd like to shout back to the group, especially to Rogar, "Come meet new friends."
They probably can't understand you.
No, I'm talking to the group. I'm talking to our group.
Okay,
especially
so
to Rogar.
the kobolds are just going to sit there and do nothing, shivering and shaking. So it's Pedric's turn.
It's going to be great to get some
All right.
information.
Pedric is, I can just barely see the corner of this cage here.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to walk to that,
Okay.
lay my hand on it, and light will burst from my hand on the gate.
So you're going to turn the gate into a glow globe?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
God. How am I going to do that? Wait a minute.
Just
Keeping the DM
You come up
on
with
his
mechanics.
toes.
I have to try
add a torch onto
and
it.
figure this out.
Put that in torch.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to do that. Wait a minute.
Just add a light source that's 20.
I'm going to grab a torch and bring it. Yeah. All right. So let's put that
there.
The light spell has a radius.
What is the radius of the light spell?
It's 20-foot radius, and then dim light for an additional 20-foot radius.
Okay, so it's 20 foot, 20 foot. Everybody can see the light. Here you go.
Should be.
And would be.
Yeah, the dim light should be 40
the whole.
foot.
You lit up this wall, so I'm going to put it on this set of bars. Okay.
The dim light should be at 40 foot.
Yeah, I don't see dim.
I said 2020. Come on.
It should be 2040.
I've got 20. I don't know. It's not working.
2040.
I'm doing it. I'm just trying to see what everybody. All right. So no, it's 20, and then it's the extended around it. It should be 20, but I don't know why it's not doing. It doesn't seem to be doing it. Give me a second. Emits light. Ah, wait a minute. I've got it. Emits light. It's not 2040. It's 4020.
There you go.
The dim starts at.
There you
there
go.
we go. Oh, lovely.
There you go. The overall range 40, and it's 20. It starts to dim. Okay. Okay. So as you do that, Pedrick, a creature comes snarling out of the shadow towards the light, and that is going to be. You're going to go. Let's bring you forward.
Now he's Pedrick the Illuminator.
I can't hit what I can't see.
One of these guardian drake creatures, and this one is much bigger. This is a full adult-sized one, not like the last ones you fought against, which was juvenile. And he comes stomping forward towards the light.
Does my action go up?
Can you see him?
I can see it. Yeah.
Okay, because it's 15 feet down, so there is a lip there. From where you are, realistically, I don't know whether you'd be able to see him with the dip.
It's up to you.
Trigonometry on the fly going on here.
I'm trying to do a bit of trick because you got Copernicus and for me. I'll say you can see him, but I would, because of the difference, I would say I'm going to give him a 2 AC bonus because of the lip being
half cover.
The shot.
Half cover, yeah.
It's not advantage,
you give him
right?
a half cover, yeah. So you can do in normal shots, not disadvantage, but with he gets +2 to his AC.
Yeah.
All right, and he is a guard drake.
14.
Yeah, so that is you miss shoot. It sort of skitters off the edge of the ring. Doesn't quite make it to the guard drake. Okay, so he is so yeah, I'm gonna put him on the initiative order as well. Sorry, I have a lot of things open now. I'm on the wrong.
You're welcome.
I'm on the wrong token. You guys being too good at killing things. Initiative.
Now, being that that's a touch spell, does that actually use my my action for that round?
That was a reaction that Tack did. Pedrick, you touched that is light an action?
It's a cantrip.
But does it count as an action?
I'm just having a quick look at it now.
Yeah, it should say bonus action. If it's a bonus action.
Light is casting time 1 action.
Yeah.
All right. So it's still an action. So that's your action. Okay. So basically, Tack, you had your shot. That was your reaction all set up. And yeah, this creature is sort of like stalking around, but he can't really. Doesn't seem like he can see you, Pedrick. He sees the light.
Right.
And that's what he's reacting to. He's moving forward into the towards the light that seems to be invading his space. The next person to go is Tack.
Can I go over here and as a bonus action try to hide?
Yeah, if you want.
All right.
You could also take a shot if you wanted to. That could be
Yeah, but I want to hide first, and then
you can
sneak attack.
Okay, roll a stealth check for me. It won't be too difficult. You can see I'm going to give him disadvantage.
Oh, damn!
You disappear into darkness. He can't see you. You're completely oblivious to your presence.
And then I got advantage and sneak attack if I try to hit him now.
Yep, I'm going to say you can shoot from that angle because you're on the first step.
Yeah.
So no AC
around the corner to shoot him. Yeah. And then 19.
Yep, that's a hit. For 13 points of damage. Very nice. All right. How much health do these guys have? Sorry, I don't know them very well off by heart yet. Okay, so that's that. So yeah, this
turn.
Stabs into the side of this thing, and it starts crawling away from the light towards where the arrow came from. It sticks in its scale. It doesn't seem to be like incredibly wounded at the moment, but it definitely took note of the attack and is turning its attention towards where it perceives you to be, even if you're not actually in the cage with it. Okay, so yes, that's 13 points of damage. Weird Hal, you're next.
Yeah. Weird Hal does not know what to do. Weird Hal is going to... Well, golly. I mean, I don't even have a ranged weapon. Oh, I do have a ranged weapon. I do.
Okay.
So, Weird Hal, he can see down the cliff, right? Even though I'm closer to the edge than I am the dragon, so I should be able to see down there.
Yeah, there is a... Yeah, from where you are, I'd say probably it's a bit difficult because you're not very close to the edge, which means, of course, the lip will be sort of like raised and 15 feet down. And there's a pole in the way. There, you'd be fine. Yeah, where you stand.
20 feet. I've moved 20 feet to the edge of the cliff here.
Okay.
And I'm going to try this for the first time ever.
Weapon proficiency, hand crossbow.
Oh, that's not what I meant to do.
He did say it was his first time.
Wait a minute. I don't have a hand crossbow.
You don't have one.
I don't. I guess I'm doing this. Here we go. Ready?
Okay.
I'm going to tell him he looks more like a chicken than a dragon.
It just ignores you completely. Just it's moving like a Komodo dragon towards where it thinks that Tack is hiding. It just sees its arrow and is tracing where the damage came from. Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't do any damage to him. Rogar, you're up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot at this thing with my light crossbow.
Okay.
And as I do so, I yell at it in Draconic to get back.
Okay. You miss. You miss, unfortunately. The arrow goes swinging over its head. This thing is enraged at the moment. It understands you, but it's not really paying attention. This is a well-trained beast. It has been attacked, and it knows what it needs to do now, which is to attack the intruders.
I'll use my movement then to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there.
Okay. All right. Copernicus is next. Copernicus, what shall thou do? Let's see what spell list you have. You have 2 slots.
Come on, Colby.
Okay, so...
Come on, Colby.
Okay, so Copernicus is going to... He is going to walk over to Weird Hal. And he remembers you trying to give. So you kind of warmed to him a little bit. He takes his hands. I want you to choose for me. Okay, I need you to choose something for me. Weird Hal.
Okay.
Acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison.
Oh man. Let's see. Kind of a flashy felt. I'm gonna have to go ahead and say lightning.
Lightning. Okay. So he puts his hands together, little claws together, and then lightning starts to crackle between his fingertips. He touches you on your back, and suddenly a ripple passes throughout your body.
Whoa.
As he touches you, you see your skin start to shimmer, and your skin turns from like regular skin to blue scale. Okay, and it ripples up your body, and you can feel like almost in your chest, this almost like a chamber, and you can feel lightning crackling in the center of your chest. He has cast Dragon's Breath on you. So until the spell ends, he has a minute. It lasts for 1 minute. You can use an action to exhale a cone of your chosen type of energy. People must take dexterity saving throws or take 3d6 damage of the type that you have chosen. Half again as much if they don't do it. So that's expended a spell slot. And now Weird Hal, you have gone Super Saiyan. You are now Electro Hal.
Yeah.
All right, and that will last for 1 minute.
Awesome. I love this
Until
minute.
he
This is the
breaks the
best minute of my life.
Okay, so that's Copernicus's turn. Vistra, you're.
Okay, so let's see. Everyone's dealing with that. I should be able to shoot from that range. Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
it just went quiet then, and I just panicked.
We just listened to you.
Well, you've got four very cowards sitting on the ground whistling.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them. I turn to them and I say as an extra thing like, I'll be back for you guys, and then I will move 5, 10, 15. I'll move about there.
Okay.
And then I didn't sneak, so I won't get my sneak attack, will I?
Well, no, you're not. You have to hide.
Yeah. So I'm going to shoot at the Drake.
Okay. Short bow.
Short bow, sorry. Oh, oops. If only it was that long. Short bow. There we go.
Okay, that's a hit.
Nice. There it goes. 9 piercing.
Ow, that's pretty good. That's a full on. That's a 6 you roll there. You got full damage on that. All right, so that's 9, and he's taken 13 already. So he's taken 20. He's taken 22 damage so far. All right, so but second arrow comes flying out of the thing, and it turns its direction, starts moving towards you. Where you see
DM.
Yes.
How would it work with sleep again? I guess that's an action, not a.
Sleep is a spell. It counts as an action, and you have to then 6 and beat a certain number of HP in order to make those.
Just so I remember. Okay, so I can't use it at the moment. All right, that's fine.
Full HP, not remaining.
The strongest 40 HP of characters basically fall asleep.
Yeah, I've got 5 movement left, so I'm just gonna move back that way, and that's my turn.
Okay. All right, and who's next? That would be. Is it the kobolds who are next? It's the Drake. All right.
Yeah. The Drake. Yeah.
So as you do that, as you've basically done that, you hear even more voices, or even more sort of hissing, snarling coming from out of the dark, and 2 more. of these creatures move their way out. So first one, so it's going to go, let me just move this here. So this one is going to head towards Vistra is. He would have been shot in that direction. So he's going to move as much as he can over here. It's a 15-foot ledge. This one is just going to move towards the line. Start hissing and snapping at the bars. This one's going to sort of follow this one's lead. Again, hissing and snapping.
There's 3 of them now?
Yep.
Oh, crap.
The one that's here, and I'm going to give them colors so we know which one's which.
Here's your reminder.
Okay, after the Greg's turn. All right, so that's fine. So we'll take a quick break in a minute after the round, which I believe is Drake's, Kobold, and Pedrick, and that's the round done. I'm just going to give these guys a little color scheme so that. He's already. There we go. Color coding them, so I remember which one's which. He is going there, and he's going to have to try a check 30 feet. He's going to try. As an action, he's going to try and climb out of the pit. So he's going to try and do I'm going to say he either has to do an athletics or a strength check to try and get up, and he has to roll high, 15. Wow. Okay. He rolled a 20. That is enough. So he's going to start scaling. I'm not going to get up yet, but he's going to start climbing, and that's going to use his movement, half his get up there every turn to move. He can move up climbing because he doesn't have a climbing speed. But yeah, he's succeeding in his climbing. He's dug his claws in stone, and he's starting to climb up. Kobolds are going to stay where they are. Kobolds are going to just hide. They're scared, so they're probably going to move as far back they can away from the noises are coming from. Towards the very edge of the pit. And they're going to sit down and just shiver. And Pedrick, you're up.
Pedrick is going to point his mace at Red Drake and shout, "Torm, guide my hand," and cast Sacred Flame.
Nice.
Nice, okay. So he has to roll a dexterity check, doesn't he?
He does, but he is climbing.
Yep, I'll give him disadvantage on that. Staying in one space. No, he still manages to, I think, pass each time. He's... Yeah, sorry. Even as you set this flame at him, he just sort of like flips himself over and just keeps trying to climb. I'm afraid that's a miss, Pedrick. Sorry. And with this situation in hand, 10-minute break. Okay, and it seems like our intrepid adventurers have got into another spot of bother, but it also seems like the terrain works in their favor at the moment. And we have some very cowed and scared-looking kobolds who are terrified of Vistra and also of Roga. Yeah, Vistra didn't start the fight. That's very true. All right, so we'll be back in 10 minutes, guys. So let's see how far we can get in the rest of this campaign after the break. Back in a minute. Bye.
Jolly good show.
Alrighty folks, I am Will from Bases of Operations Painting Studio, and you can find me on twitch.tv/Bases of Operations, where I am a miniature painter and I enjoy all things tabletop. You can also find me around the internet on various other social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Just search for Bases of Operations and you should be able to find me. In this campaign I play Rogar, the Red Dragonborn fighter, who is a particularly moral character. He likes to see law and order in effect, and he likes to hold himself up to a high standard of behaviour. Because he comes from a family of well-known blacksmiths, who is a reputable family, not particularly famous, but certainly they have good standing, and doesn't want to do anything to worry or put that into any trepidation. And so he joined this campaign because he was given a message by his friend and mentor Antar Froome to investigate some dragon activity, and of course dragons and evil stuff rubs Rogar up the wrong way. And so I hope you guys at home enjoy this show, enjoy everything that the Meeple Palace has to offer, which is just a general group of people who just love making everything nerdy, fun, and bumping everybody up and helping everybody else along the way. So make sure you get involved with us, come and join us, and we'll roll on to glory.
Hey everybody, it's me, your old buddy Nate from Miniacs Miniatures. I'm a sculptor and painter of tabletop miniatures for role-playing games, and I also love playing D&D and other role-playing games. You can keep up with me on Instagram and Twitch at Miniacs Miniatures. In this campaign, I'm playing a human bard named Weird Hal. He's a chaotic neutral character, and he really is a wild card. He's naive and somewhat socially inexperienced, and as a result, he is quick to mistrust, but also becomes infatuated with girls really easily. His biggest ambition is to create the greatest musical instrument in history. And I just want to thank everybody who's watching and who has joined the Meeple Palace community. I love to see this community grow. I've been here since we formed this community, and I'm really having a lot of fun with it. I love seeing the Meeple Palace community grow and get more players, more games, more content going all the time. So if you're interested in playing games with us or starting your own game, not just role-playing, but any kind of board games online, tabletop games, and other types of games, please join up with the Meeple Palace. You can join us at the Meeple Palace on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and all the other social medias that I can think of, honestly. So, yeah, join in the fun. Roll on to glory.
It's Kevin. Hello, my name's Kevin, also known as Kellum. I am not a streamer, however, I do enjoy hanging out with the talented people that play this D&D game with us. I am playing a character by the name of Pedrick Strombrig. He is a cleric. He is also a war cleric, which he has specialized in. He has spent most of his time, his young adulthood, being trained to fight wars and keep people alive, and tactics. And if A happens, you do B, and if C happens, you do D. But he's quickly learning that battles don't always turn out A and B and C and D, so he's trying to learn to adapt to these situations, and his main goal is just to keep his compadres that are with him up and moving and fighting and keeping on task. Pedrick came into the group because of a call went out from the city that was under siege to his local group that for help, and his leader of this of the training area asked him to seek out a group that was already engaged in trying to find out what was going on with the enemy and such and so forth. So he set out to find this group, and luckily just kind of happened upon him. And ever since then, we've just been going for it. Love this group. Love hanging out with these people.
Hi everyone, my name is Point1985. I'm a variety caster. Not been streaming too much lately, but I'm planning on getting back into it. I'll be playing Tech Greenmore for you today, or these coming weeks. I'm a halfling rogue. I was born with the halflings, obviously, but then stolen away as a kid by a goblin woman named Wriggler. She lost her own son and she needed a new one, I guess. He's been living with her for 15 years underground, never been topside. That's when the dwarves came. They killed every goblin they saw and saved Tak. He lived with the dwarves for a couple of years, then set out to find his family. He didn't find his family. He actually had to steal to get money and food. And then Finlos, this old rogue, caught him stealing an amulet. Instead of turning him in, he trained him to be a proper rogue and be a bit more righteous in his ways. After Finlos died, he was an old man. He just died. He set out to find his family again, but Finlos told him to check out this cave. One last thing he wanted, so he did it. That's where he found the party. That's where I am right now. I hope you'll enjoy my character and how I play it. Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Tonya, or Missy T TV. I'm a Twitch variety streamer, and as the name suggests, I do different things like video games and knitting and miniature painting and writing and all that jazz. It's just really fun to share with people. My character is called Vistra, and she is a mountain dwarf rogue who doesn't like water. And before she became a rogue, she was a standard middle-aged dwarf, interested in masonry, pretty good at her job, that sort of thing. Then something serious happened, and it made her fall into the world of rogues, because instead of wanting to continue, having love and relationships with people, she decided that it wasn't good for her, and she wanted to fill her heart with treasure and things like that instead. And so, yeah. On the surface, she's quite jolly and confident and has a lot of bravado, but on the inside, she's quite vulnerable. And now that she's a rogue, she's not really, she's not great at it, she's not natural at it, but she is getting better. And yeah, and something that she wants to accomplish in this story, I believe, is that on the surface, she wants to find some really huge amount of treasure that's really noteworthy, that she can be proud of herself for finding and having, but deep down I think she wants to be able to allow people into her heart again, because when she fell into being a rogue, she started to push people that she used to know away, but then I think deep down, she wants to be able to have relationships with friends again and things like that. She joined the party because a character called Leosin had sent her a message basically asking for her help, and he had previously saved Vistra's life from drowning, and so he was looking at her to return the favour. And this is all going to be on the Meeple Palace. The Meeple Palace is focused on 3 main points, which is miniature painting and tabletop games and board games, as well as roleplay systems like Dungeons and Dragons or Starfinder or Warhammer. We've already got a really lovely group of people, and we're really happy with that. But there's always room for more people, more players, more painters. So if that's something you're interested in, you are more than welcome. It doesn't matter if you're inexperienced or you've been painting or playing for years. Everyone is welcome, and this is a dream that Xander, my partner, or many more games, and I have been having for 4 years, and it's just amazing to see it come to life, and we're really proud of that. So thanks for watching.
Welcome to Faerun, the realm of swords and sorcery, and the setting for our Dungeons and Dragons campaign. My name is Many More Games, or you can call me Xander. I am the Dungeon Master for this campaign of Horde of the Dragon Queen. I am a relatively new Dungeon Master. I'm also a streamer. I do painting, miniatures, I play Warhammer. I love miniature games, board games, all of that lot. And that's why I wanted to be involved in this campaign, to start this campaign. I am one of the founding members of the Meeple Palace, which is our streaming network. And we are a group of people who just, we love board games, we love miniature games, we love role-playing games, and we just want to be able to share this love for this hobby with you all. My hopes for the players in this campaign is that they will be able to find a way to explore their characters while at the same time coming together as a cohesive team in order to face off against the evil cult of the dragon and defeat them in their plans, whatever those are, those nefarious cultist plans. So, without further ado, let's get on with the game. Roll on to glory.
Here we
comes
go.
The screen. Roll on to glory.
All right, guys, we're back. Okay, we left our intrepid adventurers. They had just walked out of one. After intimidating a set of pioneering kobolds using their newly designed weapons. Basically, now you got into a fight with a whole load of angry guard drakes. So,
before we start, we've got the tapestry showcase to do first, and then...
I thought we were doing that at the end.
No, we do that after the break.
Yep.
Okay, okay, sorry. So before we continue that, we'll do the tapestry showcase.
Yep. Okay, so the first one we have is from Plutonium. And he has called this, it's Captain and Lieutenant Commander getting the Primaris treatment.
Ooh.
There we are. Let's zoom that in so that you guys at home can see it.
You can press Control Plus and it'll make it really big.
There we go. I got it. We got it. Look at that.
Oh wow, that is nice, Pluto.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't like this. I'm just jumping onto, but I can't do anything because there's a blimmin' advert in the way and I can't see anything. The advert disappeared. I have no interest in this movie.
I think we need to get Weird Hal one of those headdresses. They're pretty awesome.
Oh, one of these
things.
I'm
definitely thinking. The head brush. That sounds a good idea.
That's awesome. All right,
that's
and
cool.
we have got ultramarine rhinos. Boom! Look at that. Nice clean job on that one.
Oh wow!
That is very
Wow.
cool.
Okay.
Are these the Forge World? Are these the Forge World doors?
I'm a little bit behind. Okay. I can't see it in there. Wow, Plutonium, he's got quite a few cool bits of that. I like it. Yeah, that's the. I think those are the Forge World and the Forge World front as well.
There's more pictures as well.
Oh, is there more pictures?
There's
there's
a little arrow.
There we go.
Definitely looks like an M113 variant. Pretty dang cool.
That's
I love this though because I get to see everything first before everybody else catches up because I'm always streaming it. It's brilliant. I love the back door though. That's awesome.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Needs more guns.
Oh, it's multiple ones as well. I mean, yeah, it's just a different one. It's got different doors on the side.
Isn't that the other side? Isn't he like?
No, it's the other. That's a different one because that was the angle he shot the first picture out. I'm pretty sure. I want
to see him do this on the what's it called? The Impulsor.
Oh God, yeah. Just the hover rhino with guns.
I love that thing. I know people are going.
Oh, dear.
Give me more hover rhinos. But yeah, I like.
That's beautifully done at the back.
Yeah, here we go. So
you remember the old rhino, which was sort of like crunched up in shape.
Oh, I don't like the old ones. And this was Razorback.
Yeah. What I really like about these things is like the whole body is based off of World War I tank technology.
Yeah.
It's like
it does have that feel to it.
It is. It's like a Mark 1 tank or a Mark 2 tank.
Dude, it looks so much like an M113, it's not even funny. So, a little newer than World War II tech, but still just an iron box.
Yeah, I dig it.
Hey, Zonda, you got another history buff to enjoy chatting to.
Yeah, I'm digging those. So thank you for those, Pluto. And then we've got some of me, because there's some of the people that are following me know that I have bought myself a 3D printer. And so...
Oh, I think I've seen these ones.
I went and printed off some goblins to begin with. Which is, there we are.
I love those.
So yeah, I'm going to go my picture. Pardon?
How do you finish the surface on those?
I don't. I just don't thin my paint. Instead of thinning my paint.
Duncan would be very sad.
Yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, 3D miniatures, as you'll see, they're not the best of quality, but if you don't thin your paint, you can get pretty good results without too much.
You can just base them out with a heavy black, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I love that water and the stone
awesome.
Effect.
Literally, no word of a lie. I painted that up and then just covered it with gloss medium and then just stippled it.
Ooh,
Did the job.
That's clever.
Yeah. So these are for a home campaign I'm running with my family.
Yeah, like it.
And we have a bugbear as well.
Oh, are you going to show my Starship Corridor?
Have you got that in the tapestry?
I think so.
It's not there, honey. You have to add it into the Google sheet.
Oh, I have no idea.
Oh, that looks great, Base.
Thank you very much.
This is the
I
bug
like
bear.
that.
Sorry, I'm a little bit behind.
Looks a bit like a werewolf, actually, in
It
armor.
does.
So I'm thinking,
That's
yes.
called a bugbear.
Yeah, bugbears are like goblin, like they're like supposed to be like goblin. So
Yeah.
they got like a weird face to them as well.
Yeah.
I never understood that because I always thought they were like bear, like something to do with bears. But then when I was reading Forgotten Realms, it's like no, actually they're like just big shaggy goblins.
Yeah.
Strange.
But there we are. So that's
really nice.
all that's on the tapestry document at the minute.
Yeah.
So there we go. And what we'll have to do, Nate, we'll have to walk you through adding something to this document.
Yes.
And so we can add you next time round.
For the next one.
All right. All right.
I want to get my war cry guys done on the tapestry as well. I've got my war cry iron golems. I want to get them up on there.
Yeah.
Susie Kitty says, excellent work, guys.
Thank you very much, Susie Kitty. And like we said, anybody at home, all you have to do to get on the Tapestry Showcase, join the Discord, and we can show you exactly what to do to get some work on here as well. It's just a simple case of just adding a link, to a Google Doc. Simple as that.
Yep.
There we are. All right. So, Mr.
Brilliant.
DM, I will hand it back to you. I think we'll put the other screen on though, because we are in the middle of combat.
Yeah, that we are. When we, as I said, we're starting our new round of combat. I believe that we have two fresh and snarling looking ambush drakes that have slithered out of the darkness towards the combat. We've also got one ambush drake that seems to have, guard drake that has a lot of like 2 arrows stuck in its side, but still looking pretty worse, not looking all the worse for wear. It's starting to slowly clamber up the wall. Tack, it's over to you. What will Tack do?
Oh, DM, I
Yes.
see a B, the letter B in the corner.
Oh, did I move that by mistake? That's my fault. I, as the DM, I do, and that means I can easily find out what monster's supposed to be in there. Let me just move down to the GM layer. There we go. Done.
Perfect.
Lovely.
Go, Tack.
Tack is not feeling really well, but we have to kill him. So he's gonna move up. And no. Can I, DM? Can I try and hide again right here?
You can try and hide. Yeah,
Right.
that's fine. Take a stealth check.
Yeah.
I'll say 22 because it's always the left. But yeah, all right.
And then that was the bonus action, and then I'm gonna. Can I actually see one?
I'll say that you could either shoot this one here or this one here, but this one will be. I'd say he's in at least 3/4 cover. This one I'd say probably half cover if you want to try to shoot Mars.
I'll shoot Greenie.
Greenie. Okay.
Yeah, greeny. Don't lie.
Okay,
Alright,
you
who
have
goes
your
to short bow?
advantage.
Yeah.
Sneak.
19?
Yeah, that's a hit, even with the bonus. So yeah, arrow streaks through both sets of bars and right into the side of this second creature. 15 points of damage. It
16.
15, yeah, flies out of nowhere, smacks this guy, this thing right in the side of the jaw. The arrow is protruding from the jaw as it sort of just writhes. Stabbed right in the side of the face. I love that. That's brilliant. Okay, so I'm just calculating. I'm trying to keep a running total of how much health you guys have. Okay. All right, and over to who's next? Weird Hal, I believe.
Oh, it's me. Okay.
Yep.
Do the colors signify anything that they're
No,
different?
they're
No,
just,
it's just
just
keeping
show
track.
different versions.
Okay. So, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
It's just for me to remember which one's which. The colors, no special thing.
There's my 30 feet of movement.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3. That's basically the outer bounds of my cone right there.
Yes, if you were doing it diagonal, you could hit red and green.
Okay.
If you're shooting in like this direction, down this way.
How do I cast this spell that I don't have on my character sheet?
Sorry, actually no, I think you could wait, if it goes diagonal. Yeah, if it goes diagonal, you can either hit green or, because even going down the side, red will either be just slightly out of the cone or green will be slightly out.
Right, okay.
You're not at the right angle where you can do it.
Well, I'm going after the red one is my target anyway. I was just trying to notice it.
So basically, you have to roll. So basically, you're just going to spit out a cone. As an action, you spit out a cone of lightning. And what happens now is they'll have to take a dex save against your lightning attack. You don't have to roll to hit. Gonna hit. It's just to see whether they roll out the way or not, and take half damage. So the spell, as I said, the spell works. When you do this, when you do it, you get to. They have to roll a dex saving throw of 3d6 damage. So roll 3d6 for me, and I'll see whether he dodges out the way.
Oh, all right.
What is the dex of it? What does it use?
It's going to be against my
charisma. Against your charisma.
Yeah.
So what's your charisma? It's 14, isn't it? Wow. Okay, that is freaking nice. Let's see whether he can dodge a bit or whether he's going to get hit by this. I believe it's 14. I had to get over. Is that right? Was that your DC? Is it your spell save?
My charisma is a 16, sir.
16. So what I mean is, how does that? No, I know you're.
What's your spell?
I mean, how does that +3?
Oh,
on
it's
your
DC 13. DC 13. I'm
DC
sorry.
13. Okay. So. Oh, just the one on the left. 15. So he would take half damage, I'm afraid.
Still.
8 damage. Still 8 lightning damage. So
it's more damage than I dish out with my breath weapon.
Is that going to hit him off the wall?
Let me just check. It's gonna hit him. I'll take a Constitution check to see whether that knocks him off. See, like concentration. So he'll take 8 damage, and he'll take a on the left only. Sorry, I've got to take him off. No, he falls off the wall.
Nice.
He's going to fall off the wall. So he falls through and he takes 8 points of damage. He hadn't climbed up very high yet, so he's not going to take any falling damage or anything. But yeah, so lightning crackles as Hal just are you singing a note, or are you just going and shooting lightning out of your mouth, or what's happening when you're doing it? It's a brass weapon.
So Weird Hal is he doesn't really know what's going to happen, but he can feel the power inside of his chest, as you mentioned, inside of his breath. And he sees the blue scales and he gets the idea. And he's like, all right, I'm going to try and test this out, because he's seen Rogar do it before. So he tries to... he tries to copy what Rogar did, and he's like, ah! And then all this lightning shoots out.
And the lightning just crashes into the creature, knocking him right off the wall. He like rides around on the scales.
I'm like
and
the
it's just
Emperor.
literally bit to its face. Yeah, but you basically, but it came from your mouth, not from. But yeah, you basically went, and like force lightning comes out of your mouth and zaps this guy. Okay, brilliant. That is your action. You still have a bonus action.
I'm not using my bonus action because the only thing that I can use it for, I don't have any spell slot.
Okay.
I mean, I could use my level 2 spell slots, but I'm not going to do that in this case because I'm just not in that bad of a shape, and I don't think anybody around is doing that bad. You need like a level 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm doing really bad.
You are?
Yeah.
Let it happen.
We have 2 people that are doing really bad.
Oh,
Who's
yes.
doing really bad?
Yeah.
I'm doing like single-digit bad.
Yeah.
Single digit bad. Okay.
Same here.
Oh my goodness, both he is?
Yep.
Heal Rogar, not me.
Kill Rogar. You got it.
Yeah.
Where is it? Why can't I find it? Oh yeah.
Do you have a spell slot left?
I have level 2 spell slots. I can cast it at level 2.
Okay. Didn't you do Tasha's Vicious Mockery, though? Wasn't that one of your...
Yeah, I started off with 4. I did Hideous Laugh.
And you healed yourself twice.
Healed myself twice, and I had used one in the last session for invisibility, I think.
So that's 4 spell slots.
I thought we rested. We did a short rest after you did invisibility.
You don't recover spell slots on a short rest.
No, you only get them on a long rest.
But I still have 2 level 2 spell slots remaining.
Okay, because only warlocks get their stuff back on a short rest. But yes, you're right. Okay, off you go then. Do it. You can do it at level 2 if you want.
Hey, I dig it.
So that's 7 healing points. That's 10 healing points.
10. Nice one.
Yes,
Nice.
that's 10. It's 3 plus the, yeah.
Thank you very
That's
much.
10.
And as you shout Excelsior this time,
Excelsior!
so you've got like your teeth are sparking as you do that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Rogar, you're next.
Oh, feeling invigorated a little bit. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. And this guy's right at the bottom of the pit, yeah? 15 feet away.
He's 15 feet away, yeah.
All
so
right,
you
in
can...
that case then, I would like to ready my Warhammer. And I am going to swing at anything nefarious that gets within melee range of me.
Nefarious.
Nefariously.
So yeah, I will ready an action.
All right, so
3 points for use of nefariously in a sentence.
I like it.
Yes.
All right, so that's Rogar's turn. He's ready to something that climbs up the wall. Copernicus. Woo! He's like, I'm running across. 1, 2, 3, 4. He can get to here. And he is going to, like before, he like holds his hand up, claw, and he just like hand around a little bit, and this little ball of flame starts to appear around his hand. And he's just going to throw this single bolt of fire. It's like Moosh, a little like snake dragon, and it's going to fly towards the guy climbing up the wall. Since that's the one everybody's trying to smack, and Rogar's getting ready to smack. He's trying to help Rogar out. That's kind of what he wants to do. So Copernicus, he's going to cast Firebolt.
My little firebolt, buddy.
You on Firebolt, and that is that's a hit, and it does 6 points of fire damage to him.
Nice.
All right, very nice. So yeah, this little Mushu goes and like flies, smacks it, wraps around it, and then squeezes before bursting into flames, doing 6 damage. 6 damage on him. So that's okay. Next person, I believe, is that Vistra.
Yes. Okay. So. Vistra is going to move 5, 10, out there. Okay, and I think for the first time I'd like to try Chromatic Orb.
Ooh.
You hurl, it's a 90-foot range, 1 action, evocation, instantaneous. You hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at a creature that you can see within range. You choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder for the type of orb you create, and then make it a ranged spell attack against a target. If the attack hits, the creature takes 3d8 damage of the type you choose.
Okay, go on then.
So
Ranged spell attack.
I'm going to attack green.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be better to do. So I'm going to attack green. All right, and I now need to work out how I do this on the thing. So I guess I just click this. Can I do anything? I want to cast it at level. I only have level 1, so yeah, level 1.
Yeah, that brought it up.
That is.
That brought the skill up.
You've brought the skill up. You need to do the attack.
All right, let me tick.
Intelligence is your casting ability.
I don't know how to use the spell section of the page. Sorry. So what do I need to do then? I need to
Okay.
do...
So you are. I believe you're proficient in it. So you would. Did you not create the spell as an attack?
No, I don't think so. I've got sneak attack and I've got sleep, but I don't have it as a thing. I thought when I put it as a spell.
What's your spell? What's your spell save? Sorry, what's your on your spell attack?
Should have an attack bonus.
What's your attack bonus?
Orb, evocations. 1 day spell card.
You should just click the spell in your spell book, and it'll ask you what caster level, and then.
Yeah, I did. I clicked it at level 1, and then it just brought up the sheet.
Huh.
Okay, so you are intelligence. You, I believe, should be +6 to cast. No, you get your proficiency, so +4 to cast. And so it should be +4 to hit. So roll a d20, adding +4, like you would like a normal.
6, 7, 8, 9. So 10.
So 10. That is a miss, I'm afraid. So basically, it's like doing a range. So you do a shot and it flies out, and it unfortunately, it's not going to hit. So that the orb flies past, spiraling in different colors. Unfortunately, it doesn't do any damage.
Is that it for the chromatic orb? Is that all I can do for the entire game?
That's your action.
Or just for a day? Or no? When am I able to reuse it again?
You spent a spell slot. You could. I don't know how many spell slots you have at level. But basically, you could do it. I think you have 2 spell slots, or 3. But
it says that I've got slots remaining 3. Now I'm down to 2 because I used.
So you could cast chromatic orb 2 more times. Basically, you basically have a well of mana. Each spell you cast removes a spell slot.
Okay. And in that instance, no, the spear is an action, not a bonus action, isn't it? So.
Yeah, I know she needs to pick the orb, but she missed anyway. But you're right. You do need to pick what type you need before you do. And you need to say, I'm doing a thunder orb, or I'm doing a fire orb.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to not say that. Okay, so I'm gonna move. So I move what? I'm just gonna move back a little bit, and that's my turn because I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay.
You could hide.
You got your bonus actions. You could hide.
I've got nowhere to hide.
Yeah, but you could duck back, like being out of sight, because they're 15 feet down. So you could duck back, and then you'd be able to hide, because I'd say they can't see you from 15 feet down.
Yeah, literally, like you could lay down at the cliff and they wouldn't see you.
Yeah, I'll hide.
Go on then, stealth check.
Okay, let me just go back to my core.
Yeah, you hide.
Yeah,
All right, so you're hidden. Okay, so as you continue to fight, so first of all, I need to do this very quickly. What's the so?
I think it might be like 10 episodes before we leave this cave.
Oh, yeah.
No, there can't be that much more to happen in here.
Keep finding stuff.
We faced like 1,000 enemies already. There's no way to be any bigger.
Okay, so basically, as these tentacles fly out of the darkness and latch onto each of the guard drakes. I'm gonna say the other one I would have gone for was Rogar, but none of them. But basically, 2 tentacles fly at Rogar, but you just bat them both away. But yeah, so basically, and as they do that, these things then start to drag the guard drakes towards it, and then they do.
Sorry, I missed that bit, darling.
10,
Can you say
25 feet.
Basically,
so they then
get. DM,
One.
Can you tell me how these tentacles emerge? Because I didn't catch that.
So they come out of the shadow.
Oh, okay.
Let me see how far you can see. Oh, maybe you be. So basically, they seem to be emerging like a stalagmite.
Like from these.
Yeah, it looks almost indistinguishable from the rest of the background around it. But you would probably be able to see. I'm sorry, I need to move this turn order out of the way. This creature, which looks a lot like a stalagmite, but it seems to be shifting in color slightly now. And these tendrils are kind of a fleshy color, and they're emerging from the stalagmite, and suddenly they're dragging these creatures towards it. So that is. Let me bring it forward.
It's been a good campaign, guys.
Yeah. I was just about to say, can I make a nature check? Because I think I know what they are, but I don't think Rogar does.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so Greenie's going. So Greenie is. So this is now going to do an attack against the guard drake. Let's see how it does. It does. Okay, that's an 18. It does 18 damage to Greenie. So from this stalagmite, suddenly it seems to ripple, and from a sort of, and these massive jaws start to appear from it, and this single eye appears in the center of its sort of its body mass, and it takes a massive bite out of one of the guard drakes. The guard creaks in absolute terror, and it's down to there we go. Next up is the kobolds. The kobolds, hearing the guard drake shriek, are even more scared now than they were before. They're going to start shifting out of the hole and they're going to stay as far away from that as possible. Okay. Pedrick, you're up.
Well, Pedrick is the only thing he can see is ready.
Okay.
So he's going to go ahead and try another sacred flame on the red drake.
Okay. He's restrained at the moment, so he's not going to be able to dodge. So I'm just going to say you can. I'm going to see whether you hit. Okay. I'm going to. He can't really dodge. Maybe he's struggling. Let's give him a save up with disadvantage and see whether he's able to shrug out of the way. No. So he's going to take 8 radiant damage. That's ready, yeah?
Correct.
So this flame flies and just it seems to set it. It's this glowing radiant fire just launches from your finger, smacks directly into the restrained Drake. The Drake sort of sets on fire as these flames, these hungry white flames, lick over its skin. It's starting to smoke and looking really. It's struggling, and its struggles getting weaker and weaker as you do so. Okay, that's Pedrick. Tack.
Seeing the tendrils, Tack is gonna rush over here. 60 feet.
Dash, okay. Yeah, cunning action.
Bonus action. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna ask Vistra if there's is there an exit that way? We can't fight these things.
I can't answer because it's not my turn. If I remember correctly.
Okay. Is that your turn, Tack?
No, I'll take a shot at ready.
Okay.
Right.
And you're shooting it ready. Okay, go on then. That's a hit.
Or 6.
Yeah, you launch this arrow and it just flies towards this creature. It narrowly misses the tendril and buries itself in the throat of this creature of this guard drake. Its struggles are getting so feeble now. It's just almost like just like slumping in this creature's grasp. Actually, I forgot their turn to see where they can break out because they can actually try and struggle free. I'll leave that for the moment. Weird Hal, you're up.
Yeah, Weird Hal knows what he's gonna for once. Weird Hal is gonna go over to little Kobolds, give him a high five, and then he's gonna go. "Hurrah!" Shoot lightning up in the sky, being very cool and intimidating.
Okay. Rogar looks at you guys. Sorry, not Rogar. Kobolds as well. Rogar kind of looks as well. No, Kobolds.
Yeah, I dig it.
That's
I
what he
dig it.
sees. Okay, cool. Rogar, what are you doing?
I will yell to everyone, I think it's time we left. And then I think I will take I'll take a defensive stance. I'll get ready to hit anything that might try and chase us as we leave.
Okay.
So I'm just going to stay where I am and take up a defensive stance.
Why, you think we're out of our depth or something?
You reckon?
I'll tell you when we've gone in too deep.
Yeah. I'll just tell everyone, we need to leave now.
Let me see what Copernicus would do. What would he do?
He's gonna come with us, right?
He wants to show he's strong.
He's coming with us, right?
What's his wisdom?
He's like my new best friend.
That's one. Okay. All right, so Copernicus probably knows what this is and why it's here. Okay, so he's gonna come to you, Rogar. He's gonna say, now, not bad time. Creature eating, full, distracted. Kill evil dragons now. And pokes you.
Okay.
And that's what he's going to do.
I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Vistra, your turn.
Did I hear what Copernicus said to Rogar?
Yes. You're close enough. He's not talking in Draconic, he's talking in Common.
So what do you say? It's feeding now. Kill the bad dragons. Okay. I think I shout. I say it back to Tack. I don't see any other way out. And then I am going to move towards so 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to get, so that's 20. I'm going to move to the other kobolds. And I'm going to say, we're leaving, but you're coming with us. And that's my turn.
All right. Each of the guard drakes is going to struggle. Oh, no, the roper. So he's going to probably munch on the same one that he was munched on before. He can have 4 tendrils out. So he's going to try and just half-heartedly whip a tendril. No, he wouldn't actually. No, he's got his own thing to deal with. So he's got 3 of them in his clutches. Yeah, he's gonna bite the one that's next to him. Let's see. He's gonna try and bite. Yep. He's gonna do 17. Wow. Okay. Yep, that takes out Greenie. So Greenie is chomped to pieces. So this you basically watch as this drake just disappears down of this stalagmite, which just as animated and started doing that. As he does that, he's going to reel in this one towards him. And then it is the drake's turn. They're going to try and escape. So they're going to try and escape out of their clutches. They roll strength checks to try and get out. Sorry, it should be normal.
Oh, you got 23.
Actually, no, they are because they're restrained.
Oh, yeah.
So they'd be at disadvantage, so it would be 10. So restrained, so they're still at disadvantage. Both fail, so they're still stuck in the roper's grasp. The kobolds are going to look at you, Vistra, and then they're just going to keep.
Okay.
That's what they do. They've got screams and they're going. They're conga lining out of here. Pedrick, you're up.
Pedrick is going to look back toward where the acid trap was set and see if he can still see the fog and mist from the acid.
Well, you can see a little bit. Yeah, so to give me a perception check. With disadvantage, because it's a vision, you've only got one eye.
Oh.
Sorry, it's a minus. It's a minus. I think it's a -5. Don't know if it's disadvantage. I think it's actually a net. I need to double check that. But either way, I'm going to say you probably would be able to see. Yeah, you can still see that there's a greenish mist at the top of the stairs.
So he's going to yell, the way we came is still blocked.
Oh, Weird Hal is like, oh, God, every time.
So then I'm going to move. Well, shoot, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can still see these things. What's the range? 40. So I guess we'll do another Sacred Flame attack on Reddy.
Okay. DC 14 with disadvantage because he's restrained. Fails, and yeah, he bursts into flames. Like it hits him, and then like starts to burn it from the inside. That smoke issues from its mouth and its nostrils, and it just crisps up on itself as the white flames leave the body, and it disappears down the gullet. of the roper as well. Barbecue, you know.
Pedrick says, "Thou shalt not eat raw food."
All right, Tack, you're up.
I have no idea what to do. Jack is petrified. He's gonna move back to the wall.
Okay.
First, he'll shoot. Oh, well, he'll shoot an arrow at the Bluey.
Shoot an arrow at Bluey. Okay.
Yeah. Just why not?
Yep, that's a hit.
For 10.
10 points of damage. Okay.
And then, would he know what that is for living underground for 15 years?
Yeah, I think. I'm not even going to say roll a nature check. You lived underground, goblin background that you had. You would know that this. Ropers are very, very dangerous subterranean predators. They are perfect mimic. They are very good at. They can mimic the ground around. They tend to inhabit caves and systems that have stalagmites and stalactites that are abundant because they can look exactly like one of those. They're completely indistinguishable unless they start to move. You would know You would know that they can be very aggressive, but you also would know that once they are fed, they tend to be quite passive. They're basically so once they are actually full, they're quite passive. You would, the goblins would have the practice of like sending their weakest warrior in to fight it, fill it up, and then just walk past it. It's like you get them, Goblinicus. Just charged in there.
Well, that's a win-win.
You can do it, and then of course and then after 5-10 goblins later, they just the tribe will be able to walk past in peace.
The poor eighth guy in line, though.
Yeah, no. It's almost like reverse decimation. Like one out of every 10.
Natural selection at its finest.
Just the first 10. We're gonna go in. But yeah, they don't tend to be overly aggressive unless they're hungry. Otherwise, they're a bit like almost a bit like flora. They don't move or.
Yeah. So would I make a check for that to know if he's had enough, if he eats the last one?
All right, well, roll then. Roll an nature check.
All right.
Man, I would hope so. Those things are big.
They are big, yeah. Okay, yeah, I mean, you would know that, Gardrakes are pretty big out. They're not like tiny little goblins, and you would know after the number of times you saw it, it normally takes about 8 to 10 goblins to fill up a roper. And each of these things is pretty hefty and big. Probably quite a good meal for a roper. If that's what they're seeing here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you probably know that a roper would not be overaggressive once it's had such a large meal.
Yeah. So I would say that to the group and say let's move back a bit and wait till he's done feeding, and we can sneak past.
Okay.
And you're sort of looking around.
A wisdom check, please. Perception.
Perception?
Mm-hmm. Well, you're looking around quite carefully, looking at the rope. All right. So yes, I mean you also notice that the rope, although it's eating these creatures, it's not like attacking or harming the large 3-foot eggs that are nearby. It doesn't seem to recognize them as food.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what we're doing here. Aztec.
Okay.
But you tell us that it's going to be full when it's had these meals.
Yeah.
Cool.
All
right. So, is that your turn, Tack? You said you're moving back.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Weird Hal? You've heard Tack basically go, guys, it's a roper. If it eats up, it won't attack us.
Weird Hal is going to go over here with he's gonna go right there.
Okay.
He's gonna high five Copernicus, and he's gonna high five Drogo, and he's gonna be like, "Rah!" and shoot lightning in the sky. Just because I can do that.
Copernicus should end the spell when you're half through and just what? Go on. Okay, so the kobolds who are running away as you do it, and they're looking very impressed. You're like, oh, like a dragon, looking at you like doing this. Very impressed.
Thumbs up.
This is your performance check. This is your performance thing. They're clapping as you're doing dragony things.
I look over my shades and I wink at them and looking all cool. And I give them a thumbs up.
Okay, Rogar, you're up.
All right, I know that we should be. Yeah, I'm gonna. How much of my movement am I gonna use to climb down the 15-foot drop?
Well, you need to drop down, so you'll have to take a. If you're gonna climb down, it's half your speed.
Can
normally,
you just
so
take the stairs?
Right, so it'll take my movement to get down.
You could take the stairs, but it's locked. There's like a locked gate.
It's locked. Yeah, I'm just gonna climb down. So if it takes half my movement, sorry, if it basically so it'll take all of my movement to lower myself down.
Yep.
To there. So that's what I'll do.
All right.
Weird Al looks confused.
You still can dash.
Yeah, you could dash. Once you're down at the bottom, you could run.
Yeah, alright. I'll 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, I'll dash to here.
Okay. Can you roll a perception check for me?
Perception.
Rogar, no perception.
Nope.
You see like what seems to be.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch what you said. I saw. What did I see?
You're so focused on this roper that you're nothing else. Just noticing this roper eating a guard drake. Copernicus, he would probably jump down with you. I think he goes there, takes all his movement to get down, and then if he's doing the dash action, he's still got like 20 feet left, so he'll sort of move next to you, and that's all he can do. Vistra.
Vistra is really stubborn about these kobolds.
Oh, sorry, it's actually the roper's turn because I deleted the thing, and it should be the roper.
Yeah, that's cool.
So no, it's you. Then it's roper and the. So you go first.
Okay. So Vistra is gonna move.
You're trying to break the conga line.
I'm gonna break the conga line. No, I need to stop snapping. I'm gonna move one there, and then I think I need to double check. It should be my core. I would like to use sleep. On the kobolds.
Yeah, go on then. Roll your HP. What you get?
I don't know if it's right.
Roll your sleep attack.
Oh yeah, I have it as an attack.
Vistra, use sleep attack.
At level 1, yes.
They all fall asleep.
Lovely.
They all collapse at your feet.
All of them. Then
she breaks out a book on modern bridge construction and begins to read.
So I need to take that down because I've used that. So as a spell, I've used sleep. So that should be, I've got one spell slot remaining. And then other than that, as an extra, as a bonus, I've moved, I've done an action. I don't think there's anything else I can really do. No, I mean, can I try and hide?
You've done your action. Yeah, your cunning action. Yep, you can try and hide as a cunning action. Go ahead,
So I
stealth
need to
check.
do a stealth.
Yep,
I'm remembering.
you are. You're doing brilliant. Gardrake can't even see you anyway, so I'm going to say that you've been able to hide. No, I don't think either of them see you from 15 feet up. Rather, yeah, go ahead. The only ones who'll be able to
Alright.
see you are the kobolds, and they're asleep.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe Tack notices where you are, and probably Weird Hal as well. They're slinking, but everybody else, you're asleep. Yeah.
Okay.
The kobolds, they're asleep. They can't do. Hedrick.
All right, I briefly remember there being a key hanging at the gate. Can I see that?
Yeah, the key is up here,
Uh-oh.
opposite the wall.
I just lost my map. What happened?
It's over here.
Mr. Crumble's got my Star Trek.
Well, my map just went to a white canvas, so I can't see anything there.
You should be. I can see you.
And we reload.
Try, yeah, I was going to say try refreshing the
Let me
page.
refresh here.
Mm-hmm.
So, we are reloading. Okay, now can I get to the key and unlock the gate? That's my goal.
You could walk over there, and you could pick up the key and dash. I think you could probably dash most. You'd probably be able to get to back here, but not actually to the gate itself.
That's fine. I will have the key, and I will move as far as I can move there.
Okay. And sorry, it is the. So the roper goes first, and he's going to be chomping down on this this drake. So he's going to be enjoying. He's enjoying himself. He's gnawing on it. It's got all his nom, 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 nom. He's chomping on it. So it's going to light attack. Has advantage on it. Yep, that's going to be.
It's cheddar soup.
21 damage.
Oh damn!
So this thing is looking pretty grim right now for this god drake. And is the god drake going to break free? Let's see. God drake disadvantage. No. It's like
all the notes.
Tendrils. I'm going to say we're going to fast forward a turn now. It just you can tell me what action you want to take, but I want to fast forward because Roper is going to chomp this guy and eat him, because that's just what's going to happen. This guy's not going to get free, and the Roper is going to do serious damage to this guy next time he attacks him. So just while we just say the Roper's had his turn. What does everybody want to? What situations does everybody want to be in here? I mean, Pedrick's going to open the gate.
I'm gonna.
I'll join the Rogar.
Rogar is going to start systematically smashing these eggs.
All right. So if you roll to hit.
Oh shit! Lost my character sheet. And you know what? He's going to put his shield down to do it, and he's going to do it two-handedly.
Just roll over 10. Yep. One of the eggs smashes.
But I want to cuddle one and hatch it.
One of the eggs smashes. And just checking for Copernicus, because he was smashing it in his turns after. Copernicus has to take a perception check as well, because he needs to do that.
Can we distinguish what kind of eggs these are?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah, you could take a turn.
I'd like to try to determine what kind of dragonette or what kind of egg it is.
All right, do a perception check for me, please, and then do a nature check.
All right, I heard perception. I didn't hear what the other one was.
Nature.
Okay. Perception.
Okay, so 10. All right, so you note the eggs. You start looking. You're looking them up. Give me a nature check. Well, you wouldn't have disadvantage on nature. It'd be a 30.
Sorry.
So yeah, you would be able to tell probably from the I mean, your order probably has some like scrolls and things like determine like different dangerous creatures and what sort of things to look out for. You would know this to be a dragon egg. You would also be able to know that it's probably a black dragon egg.
Okay.
Okay. Little Corbernicus is going to try and the guy. He's going to try and set it on fire.
Burn! Burn!
Yep, he hits it. And the second egg goes up in flames.
You can eat it.
Yep, so Weird Hal, can you take a perception check for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you take a perception?
Yeah.
I can, but I will not.
Oh,
No, okay.
That's a critical
Alright, so-
fail. That's a
That's a
critical
pretty
fail.
that's a pretty good
I am
fail.
blind.
You're just watching your fingertips and you're like they're blowing up your fingertips slightly and watching arcs like dash between them. Just having fun, you're like, oh, what if I could play the with like sparks through flying from your fingertip. That is so that's the eggs smash. You've smashed the eggs, and you've smashed the egg. Have avoided the monsters because of that. The Roper is going to sidle up to you. And Rogar, Pedrick, and Colbernicus, in your mind, you probably hear, you don't know how you'll hear, you just hear certain feelings, like emotions.
yeah.
You're not entirely sure, like you can interpret words, you know? You get a feeling of intense hunger. You get a feeling of curiosity. You get a feeling of fullness. And then when you re-examine like the feeling of hunger now, the fear of future hunger.
I just want to kind of nudge the this broken egg towards it with my foot.
Okay, so yeah, so it starts to like wrap them up and pull like the little baby sort of like embryo dragons towards it, and so those disappear down its gullet. It looks at you and it's still like future, food, hunger, stop, now, curious, here, why, food, hunger, future, now, curious, here, why, and it's kind of repeating in your mind. You don't feel a threat. You don't feel like it's about right now, but you do feel that it's sort of building up to like it's you can feel like a frustration building, a worry,
Yeah.
a future hunger.
After kicking out, I'm going to take a step back to Pedrick, and I'm going to kind of say to him, this thing is worried about where its next meal's coming from.
I sense the same thing. And halfway chuckles and says, "We do have sleeping kobolds."
Yes, sleeping kobolds. All right. Both of you roll a check, please.
Sorry, what check?
History. All right, Rogar. You vaguely remember. That you vaguely remember that like a creature like a rope a lot, and you vaguely remember that that there are maybe there might be. You think. How can I do this? You try to think hard about any sources of food you might have come across in the last in the last day that might satisfy the Roper. You can't quite think of it right now, but you think there probably was something.
Patrick says, we do have what's left over of an 8-foot dragonoid.
Yeah. And I mean, all of the things that we've killed in this cave, we could start bringing it back down here.
True.
Okay.
Weird.
Okay. This thing sort of picks up the idea that like left throughout the cave, and it looks sort of like its feelings not fully. It doesn't sound fully satisfied, but it sort of like starts to slowly glide 10 feet at a time, sort of towards the past you. It's not looking to attack this time.
I'm going to call up to the others, and I'm just going to call up as it slides past me. I'll just call up to say, "Let it past."
All right. So as you do, it slowly moves past you, until it moves out of sight and up the steps into through the green fog, and it's gone.
I'm going to say to Pedrick next to me.
You have 4 very awake kobolds now. Just to let you know, they've just.
You cut out after you said that
just
they're
gonna look
awake.
The kobolds are awake. It's only a 1 minute duration of the
What
spell.
What did they do when they woke up? Did they just kind of start cowering away?
They're cowering and saying this. Yeah, so they're probably still a bit cowed. So yeah, they're just sitting on the floor, sort of like.
I'm going to say to Pedrick. I want to say to Pedrick, do you have any more of that light magic on you?
I do.
How about casting something further into this cave? Maybe onto. I can just about see a stalagmite over here. Maybe you could.
Since I stare over there, can I see the stalagmite that he's seeing as well?
Which one?
This one here.
Would be that one there.
Yeah, you can see it.
All right, so I will cautiously walk up, observing my surroundings, and when I get next to it, I will reach out and touch it and cast a cantrip of light.
All right, take a perception check for me, please.
Okay.
Need to check something.
Oh damn!
Ouch.
Ouch.
Still a 5, better than not.
Yep.
I'd be joining them down there.
You see it's a pillar, and you see it's a stalagmite, and you touch and it goes on light. It doesn't. You figure it's probably not another rope.
God, I figured that.
I mean, Tack, you would probably know a little bit more. You would know that solitary creatures. They have large territory that they hunt in, and they don't share it nicely with other ropers. They're solitary creatures.
And have I successfully smashed all 3 of these eggs? Is that all that there is in here?
Huh? No, you smashed the eggs. You smashed the 2 eggs. Yeah.
Right, and I'll just walk up to this one and crush that one as well. This one here.
But I'm going to go ahead and
no, there's nothing there. It's just a problem with the map. I made a mistake putting it on. So you've crushed the eggs.
Right, there was just 2. Right, okay.
I'll go ahead and cast a cantrip of light on this one here as well. Might as well light up
I
the
believe
area.
it's... How many light sources can you have?
Just one.
Just the one. So I believe if you used one, the other one goes
okay.
out. So that one's gone
I'm
now.
aware of that. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Do you still want to do the light over there as well, just so we can cover all of the corners of the cave?
I might as well still go ahead
I'll
and
wander
light it
around.
up.
All right, take another perception check for me then, please. With the disadvantage of 5, still. All right. From when you light this 3rd pillar, it seems to cast a very weird shadow. And as you sort of look around carefully, you notice a 3rd egg hidden in the shadows in a nest that's sort of like built sort of like around it to kind of camouflage it. And yeah, so you can notice this is a third dragon that you probably wouldn't have seen.
Does it appear to be of the same make as the others?
Yeah, I mean, you would know from your checker this is the same as the other.
I call over Rogar and I say, look, another one.
Yeah, I'll go up and I'll smash that one open as well. Where is this one?
I'm just gonna say you basically smash it. It's not gonna be. Basically, you crack open the egg. There's a little baby infant dragon. Cries for a few seconds, struggles for breath, squirms like a little human baby, and then dies.
Oh.
Well, that's 3 dragons this world isn't going to have to deal with at some point.
Copernicus is kind of looking tall. Cooing, but it doesn't seem to be moving. And he looks over at you, and you can see he looks a bit upset.
And I say to him, these dragons would have done great evil on this land. And that if Tiamat was strong enough to stop me, she would have done.
Oh. Oh, that's blasphemy. How would he... not blasphemy really, but okay, you're he would listen to you. So he still looks conflicted, but he sort of stands by his side. He's like, yes, Master Rogar strong. Hello, Master Rogar.
Does he actually say master?
Well, it doesn't really translate.
All right, because if he's saying anything other than
alpha.
Yeah, if he's saying anything like that, I want to. If he's saying anything that's raising me up above him, I'll correct him and I'll say not higher up, friend.
All right, so basically, the close sort of like almost like a clutch brother, like someone who's been born in the same nest.
Yeah.
So yeah, he kind of gets that translates into Draconic, sort of a similar word. So yeah, it kind of means like he who was of my nest or he who was of my tribe.
Yeah.
And so he will understand that if you phrase it. I mean, he's not calling you man. He's kind of using a word like leader. Like he's not trying to raise you up. It's just like I'm going to follow you.
Yeah.
You're the one who's in charge here.
Weird Hal wants to go back into his pack and pull out that Lammas bread. And then finally get to split it and share it around with everybody. Some.
All right, so you share around the stale bread you are calling lamb, and everybody gets to have some.
I just replaced all my rations 2 days ago.
2 days? Have you tried bread after 2 days? Be a bit.
It's pita.
You.
Dripping water on it. Roll it up.
All right. So what do you want to do, guys? I mean, Vistra, you're up there with the. You could probably see that the gas is starting to dissipate.
Okay,
up
good.
there, but it's still there, but it's starting to dissipate.
Yeah.
Pedrick says it appears there's still more area over here, and we did find another egg. Should we just go ahead and check out this far side of this plateau and see if there's anything else there?
Well, what I would say is perhaps our friend here, Tak, if you want to check out the far corner, which is beyond the light, rather than losing this light source as well and changing it around, do you want to just go and check over there and see if there's anything there?
I can see the corner. There's nothing there.
No, it's just barren rock. You might see some bones, maybe kobold bone, kind of on the ground where they've been fed to the ambush drake, so they haven't been fast enough getting out of the way. But yeah, that's. Yeah.
I'll call up to Vistra. I'll call up to Vistra. I say, Vistra, is there anything up in the northeast of this cavern here? Is there anything up here somewhere?
I shout back, no, there isn't. And I turn to the kobolds and I say, you saw that creature. You heard that creature chomping on the guard drakes, and it is still somewhere around here. If you want to not get eaten by a massive tentacle creature, then I highly recommend that you come with us. Or I will take you by force and I will tie you up. So it's your choice. Come
Okay.
willingly, or I'm going to tie you up. Don't forget, I have Cyan Raph's head and his spear, and I'm not afraid of you guys.
Oh my goodness, you are getting really evil. Can I just say?
They prostrate themselves before spear. As you're sort of like speaking this way, you kind of feel a tug from the spear as if it's trying to launch itself forward at these prostrate kobolds. I mean, nothing. It's not like a full-on like tug. It's just a little like urge. Go on, go on, stab him. Go on, you can do it. You know, but nothing that forces you to do anything. It's just like a sort of a go on, get him. Yeah, so they prostrate themselves before you. They just sit. They don't really understand you. They understand, and then they understand that you're holding Cyrat's head, and they understand that there's a big dragonborn down there, and another kobold, swords and axes, and they have sticks and slings. So
And a big blue dragonborn named Weird Hal.
Weird Hal, your dragon ability faded. They've gone.
Oh, man.
They only last a minute.
Vistra shouts out to Rogar and to Rogar's friend, because I don't believe she still knows his name or anything about him, and just says, "Come help me with these kobolds. Let's see if we can find some information."
That's a good
Weird
idea.
Hal says,
actually.
"Why don't you try using manners?"
And I just retort back to Weird Hal, "I'm not pulling down my trousers, thank you."
She says, "I am Vistra, mother of kobolds."
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Rogar's gonna
go in meta here. Right. All right. So what's everybody doing?
Yeah, Rogar's gonna hear Vistra. He's gonna climb up the steps, come over so like here where he can actually see something, and he'll call out to the kobolds into the darkness in Draconic. I say, "Get over here into the light where I can see you."
Okay. So the kobolds are gonna sort of scurry over there. Koboldnik is probably like, now, quick! And they sort of like run over to him as well in there. So they stand in front of you. They're kind of scratching this, not looking at you, looking at the ground. Vistra, you can probably see now from where you're standing that the mist is very thin. It seems to be dissipating more every second.
I'm going to say to the four kobolds, I'm going to say, what do you know, or what have you heard about the plans of the cult?
Okay. All right. So these kobolds are thoroughly cowed, and also you have Copernicus with you as well. All right. So they'll just. They don't. Copernicus will sort of turn to you and he'll sort of say, "Don't know. Not much will they know. Kobolds not been told much. We just serve. We are servants. We do not do anything. We do not know anything special. Big ones do not tell us. But I will ask
Vistra.
So the kobolds like chatter away each other and be pushed forward to be the one who's like the favored one. They don't know very much. One of the will just tell that he's happy to be serving a strong master again, that sort of thing. The other ones sort of like tell you that they don't know where the cult of the dragon gone. They were left behind to protect the dragon egg. Now that you've just smashed the dragon eggs, they want to go. They want to leave. They want to go back to their tribe. They also say they don't know where everyone is. Only that only that the master is nearby.
Okay. Vistra, if they're talking in common, Vistra says, "And what about these black dragon eggs? Were you meant to protect them? What do you know of their reason of being in this area?"
Okay. What they tell you is that basically it takes again lots of squabbling and fighting, but in the end, what you kind of that the black half dragon Resum left them behind because they were at a delicate stage and they needed to hatch before they could be. And they were basically left as caretakers alongside the big blue half dragon, but they sort of look scared at your belt, and also the wearer of purple, who is also around.
And I'll ask wearer of purple, is that Thrulem Mondath?
They don't really. They seem to recognize the name. Yes, they.
Right. And she's around here somewhere.
They say not something. Let me just check. Because I mean they're pretty close by. He wouldn't know anything, but would Copernicus know? Yeah, Copernicus would know. Okay, yeah. So he says that. So Copernicus says. Copernicus will turn to you and he'll say, "Yes, a secret chamber does the master have? Not too far. Copernicus has been once."
Secret chamber inside these caves.
Yes. Very, very near. Very near.
Vistra would like to say to the other kobolds, you have done well. If you want to leave and go on your own, you are welcome, but be careful of the creature that is hungry.
You have hardly finished saying, "Would you like to leave?" Before...
And they're gone. Yeah, I had a feeling.
Right.
And then Vistra turns to the group and says, "I think we need to find a place to have a rest and then go and find this secret chamber.
Absolutely.
At least me and then maybe Tack could scout ahead or something. And also, guys, the mist from upstairs is getting thinner now."
Well, one thing you would notice is when the kobolds ran past, none of them were affected. They just ran through.
That's good.
So,
I have a suggestion because I think we all need.
Did we not already use our short rest for the day? I mean, I'm pretty sure
we did a short rest. I can't remember if we did a short.
You've had a long rest and you've had a short
before
rest.
We met Tack. Yeah.
Yeah, so you've already had your kind of your short rest.
Do we know? I know we're deep in caves, but I mean, do we know kind of what sort of time of day it is right now?
Well, you've been down here for because you said it's been 8 hours. No, not quite a day. You've had an 8-hour rest already, and you've had a short rest, and you had another short rest when you came in. So you've had 2 short rests and an 8-hour rest. Plus, you have been down here. I'd say you've only been like maybe 18 hours, something like that. Not quite a full day, but you've been down here quite a while.
But it's not quite ready for another long rest yet.
No, not quite ready yet. No, you probably need to wait a little bit longer.
I have an idea. We know of the secret cave where we can quite comfortably rest up and be hidden.
If we can take out at least one more combatant.
Well, the thing is, unless there is a ton of people around with Thrulem, we only have one more place to find in here. We could go out to the cave, keep watch of the cave entrance, see if there's anything happening, because that's the whole point of why we're here, is see what's happening. After a long rest, our friend Copernicus here can bring us back into the secret cave, and we can see if we can take out another high-ranking member of this cult.
Sounds good to me, personally.
Or at the very least, we can at least find out what else is going on here. But at this stage we're at right now, there is no way we can get into another fight.
Are you suggesting that we guard the entrance to this cave?
We don't necessarily need to guard it. All we need to do is be able to see it. Because at the end of the day, all we're here to do is find out what goes in and what goes out of this cave. And if we can see it...
I understand that, but what I'm asking is, if we're watching the entrance to the cave and there's another way through that we don't know about, the person who we think we might be able to capture, we might just be given an opportunity to slip it.
Copernicus, you've been to the secret cavern. Do you know if there's another way out of that other than through these cave systems?
Sorry, Copernicus. What would Copernicus know? He would say, many interconnected caves through the Wearer of Purple's house home, and also the treasure chamber.
So, in that case, my vote is for strike the hammer while the iron.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, we can't go in there and fight now. We're nowhere near. Are we going to be able to go in there and fight now? I mean, literally, I think all of our anybody who has magic is tapped out. I mean, I'm certainly tapped out.
Ooh,
and I'm not feeling too great anyway.
Tech is sleeping.
Copernicus is okay.
I generally, I mean, as much as I would love to go in there and take out another high-ranking level official, I don't think there's any way that we can do that right now.
If she's there, I mean, you don't know. You've been.
Wait, guys, I kind of have a thought here. Copernicus can understand me when I.
Yeah, he can speak common. He can understand common.
So I want to ask him. Does he think that he could lead me to where the entrance is, and then just come back here? Because I have one level 2 spell slot left, and at the very least, I could invisibility, slide open the door.
Yeah.
Even if somebody's in there, they won't see me. They'll be alerted, but I'll have a chance to tell everybody on the way back what happened.
Yeah, I mean, you could easily do it. He could show you if you want to go.
We guys could stay here.
Yeah.
So,
hey,
that's
I like
what
that
I mean.
idea. I like that. At least you can see.
Assess the situation.
Yeah, I mean,
all right,
I like that.
Sounds good. Sounds good. All right, Copernicus, you then.
So me and Copernicus, yeah, and I'm going to need some kind of a torch, which I have none.
You need what?
I
Sorry.
can give you a torch.
So Copernicus is going to lead you down.
If you're going to be invisible, do you really want a torch with you?
Well, it
I'm
could be
going
an
to.
emergency.
I just want him to show me the entrance. I don't want him to open it or be there for it. I'm going to give him the torch to come back with, and then when he's out of sight, I'm going to do my thing.
All right, and then just as Copernicus leaves, I'll put a massive hand on his shoulder, and I'll say in Draconic, "Be safe, my friend."
He looks up at you, big shining eyes. No one's ever told him to be safe before. I'm kind of. You might have guessed. I'm kind of doing this as kind of like Dobby the Elf. He's kind of Mr. Harry Potter, so good.
I'll give him a sock.
He started out as a warrior, and now. All right. So are you following Copernicus then?
Weird Hal is going to follow Copernicus to this little entrance.
So he's over here.
I can't see anything.
Okay. So Copernicus. So come up back into the chamber. So he leads. So he's going to lead you back out of the chamber. So you need to come this way back up.
I can't see which way this way is.
Back up the
You need to go up the stairs,
okay.
and then in the chamber where we fought Cyanrath, you're going to the southwest corner of that chamber.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I'm making my way there.
Making my way downtown. Sorry.
Over and down.
Okay. All right. So Weird Hal. So this is going to be the last thing we're going to. This thing we're nearly done. I think for today because we need to finish in about 3 minutes.
Yep.
Weird Hal follows him. Basically, what Copernicus does is he leads you down. There's a little passageway, which leads off sort of down in this direction. And as he points out to you, you can see there's kind of like a it's hidden, but it's I don't know how to describe it. It's almost like a little walkway, a little clambering hole, which lets you climb up and into a room. And I have to move this quickly. Are you invisible? Did you cast invisibility, or are you?
No, I'm just following Copernicus. I'm standing right here.
So Copernicus is going to lead you here. Sorry, wrong thing. He's going to lead you here.
Okay.
And there is like a little sort of like almost like handhold in the, and you can climb up. That is the hidden entrance.
Okay, so I'm going to hand the torch to Copernicus and I'm going to say, take this back to the other guys. I'm just going to wait till I can't see you anymore, and then I'm going to have a look.
All right, so he waddles back to the guys over here. He comes back. I have to. Weirdo, how? Give to me.
Okay, so I'm standing in the darkness, but I can see a little bit of light coming through the hole there. I'm going to go ahead and cast invisibility. I'll use up my spell slot right now.
All right.
All right. Okay. And I'm going to move forward to this little hole. I'm going to be very quiet and careful. I don't want to give away that. I don't want to make any noise. I'm trying to be super quiet.
All right, so you're already invisible, so I'm going to say...
And I'm just going to put my hands up. I'm just going to put my hands up on the lip and kind of just peek over the top.
Okay.
And see what I can see.
All right, well, what greets you is a sign of pandemonium. There is the entire cave is well lit. There's candles everywhere, and it's completely empty. Okay, it's completely empty. You'll notice that there's basically as you sort of look in there's a writing desk, a stool. There's several tables with books and papers, and there's a mirror on a floor stand. There's a number of oil lamps around, thick rugs covering the floor, including the chute that you're climbing up. You actually have to push this rug out the way to climb up. You're sort of climbing up this ladder which is built into the wall, but nothing really marks its position except for the rugs. Spread on one of the tables, you can see a map, and and it also appears that there seems to be other interesting papers and things listed on the table. The chamber itself is completely empty. It looks like someone has left in a hurry.
If that's the case, I am going to. Oh, maybe I'm not. No, I am. I'm going to climb up in here. I'm going to make my way over to here.
Okay.
And steal the map and anything that has writing on it. And then I'm going to leave.
All right. One thing you are here, it's absolutely silent. Okay, there's no sound. It's completely and utterly silent. There is no motion, no movement. The room looks completely abandoned. You can't hear any sounds coming from the adjoining either. It seems to be like someone did leave still a goblet of wine on the side, and there seems to be a meal still out. But there's also a lot of things that seem to have been like scattered on the floor, as if someone's been grabbing things, throwing them into cases. Is there
an ashtray or an incense burner or a fire?
I would say yes. Maybe there is like a.
Is it still smoking?
Left to burn. Yeah, it's smoking. It's still left to burn.
Oh man, they just got out of here.
And that's where we'll end today's session.
Okay. Stay with us because we're gonna go raid. But yeah, thanks everyone. Thank you to our dungeon master. Thank you to Tak. Thank you to Pedrick. Thank you to Weird Hal. Thank you to Rogar. Thank you to myself. But yeah. So let's roll on to glory. Go to the end scene. Stay with us, and we will raid. So thanks everyone for joining us.
Bye.
Look forward to the next one.
Bye.
Bye.